Hello and welcome! I'm DDF Racer and welcome to the stream. I'm not driving, I am not doing any racing tonight. I'm literally don't know what I will be doing apart from sitting here and having a chat with you guys. Got my beer, I got my drink, and I've got your questions on Discord ready to go through whenever things quieten down in the live chat a bit, because there are a hell of a lot of you in the live chat today already. So thank you very much for tuning in. Great to have you here, whatever time it is. Yeah, so basically the point of this stream is 5,000 seconds of Q&A. I use that term very loosely because I know how quickly this is going to descend into madness, and I'm regretting my decision to do it immediately. But no, 5,000 seconds of Q&A for 5,000 subscribers. Mental! 5,000 subscribers! I mean, I never thought the channel would get to that stage. I never thought anything would ever come of just uploading racing videos to YouTube, but hey, you guys watched it, you guys liked it, you guys commented, subscribed, shared, did all the shill things, and here I am, 5,000 subscribers and 500,000 views later. Mental. And yeah, no, it's been a hell of a journey, actually. Next Master, you can ask me questions in chat, you can ask me questions in Discord, you can ask me questions anywhere. I will do my best to keep up with them, but because it is 5,000 seconds for 5,000 subscribers, I haven't officially started yet, so I'm not answering questions yet because I'm still technically doing my intro. Because I've got my beer, I've got everything set up, Thermalito is running in the background. Let me check the Discord actually works up as well. Yep, Discord works as well, so all the questions are there, people are posting in as well. We don't want to be shortchanged. I'm going to set a timer on my phone. So it is 1, 2... No, it's not 50 minutes. It's 83... Let's say 80... No, hang on. 83.5 minutes. So look, I've got a timer on my phone. So I should never cover my face up on the webcam. That's just rude. Got a timer on my phone. And when it is go time, it is go time. Does that mean you get 1 second each? Well, technically that is how it works. But, I mean, there's 46 people watching the stream right now, so what's that? You get 100 seconds each. Is that right? I don't know. Something like that. So that's more than enough time. Unless 5,000 people decide to turn up and watch, in which case I will be incredibly shocked. Welcome Das, welcome Michael, Aim to Excel, Donny, John, Nextmaster, Mark Hollowell, Morris Richards, JK, my dad, Vushal, Talanin, George, Ricardo, Niels. I'm happy to help you through a hard time, Niels. I'm just an idiot on YouTube who goes sim racing. And if that helps people through hard times, if it keeps you entertained, if it, you know, stops you from going crazy and locked down. Sorry, look at the transit van going through turn 1 there. I love this. No, seriously, I just love what I do, and I'm really happy to do it. And if you guys enjoy it and, you know, have a good time, then I'm not going to complain. I enjoy that. So, okay, well, we should probably get started with the Q&A session then. Right, here we go. Ready? Boom! 5,000 seconds has started. Okay, Aidan Millwood, how do you clear a paper jam on a HP printer? Well, as it turns out, I actually used to work at Cartridge World in Widnes. Back when I was 18, 17, that was my first job. So you're asking the right guy. If you hold the power button and then the paper feed button for 4 seconds, it goes into maintenance mode, at which point all the controls unlock themselves. You can actually reset the cartridges and reset the ink warnings. So, I mean, it was on the old 1020 ones. So basically, I don't know if it works on the new models. It definitely worked in 2008. I don't know if it works on the new HP printers, but give it a try, Aiden. Power button and then the paper feed button. Hold them for 4 seconds and it should unlock for you. Holy moly, Talanin. Talanin? Are you serious? Well, that's one way to start the stream. Cheers to you, man. This is the sun setting in Thermalito in the background.
Whoa! Not bad.
50k, incredible. Well, if it is 50k, I'll be drinking something a little bit stronger than this. Okay, I can see a few core questions in the chat. Niels, why did I move to Australia? Paul, I know you asked that before as well. Paul Birtwistle, because Australia is way better than the UK. Paul would know. 5,000 beers as well. Well, she'll know. Unfortunately, not 5,000 beers. We'll see how we go. Okay. Morris, I am not actually racing today. I'm not doing any race at all. I'm just here to do a Q&A session. Basically, just something a bit of fun, just to hang out with the subscribers. Aim to excel 10 Talanin made me. I believe that. I believe that. He's a bad influence, that Talanin. Thank you so much, man. That's awesome. Tequila at 50k confirmed. Nah, something stronger than Tequila. Come on, George. Niels, why did I move to Australia? Well, I'll tell you why. Because Mrs. DDF. Mrs. DDF is from Brisbane, originally. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, that's true. Australia. Yeah, from Brisbane, let's just say that. And I met her in the UK, her visa ran out, and it was like, if you want to stay together, yeah, you're coming back to Australia. I mean, not those exact words, but, you know, it was much harder for her to get a UK visa than it was for me to get an Australian visa. So, that was it. So, basically, just to make things incredibly soppy from the get-go, why did I move to Australia? For love. Welcome to the stream, Holly. Carrots all around. Thank you, Tashinga. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. But yeah, that's why I moved to Australia, basically. Vushel, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Well, it depends on whether it's carrying a coconut under the dorsal feathers. It does depend.
Well, not bad.
It does depend entirely. Ricardo Pombero, 10 euros. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Talanin. Aim to excel, Ricardo. Thank you. That's going to buy a lot of beer. That's for sure. I think I can already outdrink myself on the stream tonight based on that alone. Skitterbot, that is a good answer. No, it's the true answer. No doghouse tonight. No doghouse tonight for me indeed, because I already went and picked up Chinese takeaway early today, so I already wasn't in the doghouse, so that's good. Oh, Danny! Thank you! Thank you very much, Squire. Hope you are keeping well, hope you are keeping healthy, and yeah, all the best to yourself and the misso. Yeah, Sammy's right. Woman. Reason is always woman. Learned that lesson already. Paul Birtwittle, what drink am I drinking? Let's have a look. There you go. It's slightly out of focus, but it's Asahi Dry. Not the same batch that I won for the Suzuka Enduro last year. No, that disappeared long ago. This is a new batch. But that's actually the first time I drank that beer, and I enjoyed it that much. I just went and bought it again, so yeah. And, oh, look at that. Stubby holder.
Not bad.
Tyres. Saw that in a charity shop in Tasmania, so that was good. George Senior. Well, technically, yes, it is 5.11 thousand subscribers now. Because since going to 5,000 subscribers and planning this whole stream and doing everything, I've already got another 110, which is just mental. The NVIDIA video that I did about the graphics card, the Thermalito video, the race room update video, so it's just things just seem really popular at the moment. I don't know. You just go through phases like that where things you do seem to just resonate well on YouTube, and then you go through patches where nobody watches anything. It's strange like that. Donnie McGarry, he did. You put the first Monty Python joke in there, but it's on Discord and I haven't got to Discord yet, and my webcam's died. Oh, 1 second. Okay, 1 second. The webcam's gone. Let me just try and... I might have to plug this back in again. 1 second, guys. This is incredibly annoying. Okay, well, thank you for the donations, guys. New webcam is happening ASAP. There we go. The dreaded USB disconnect, reconnect sound. Let me just try that again. And it's back in the room. Okay, and the color's a bit funny though, so let me just fix that. It wouldn't be a DDF stream if everything went to plan now, would it? Let's be real. So, white balance, 3410. Turn off autofocus, turn off auto exposure. 5, put the gain back down to 143. Apply, okay, boom, done. Put the frame back on. Back on with it. Sorry about that. Will the webcam bin it? Yes, 100% yes. The webcam always binge it. Okay, actually, do you know what? I'll set that up in a minute, Minardi fan, Mr. Brody. I will do that. I'm missing heaps of questions in chat already. You guys are sending them in thick and fast. Okay. Right. Is that Foster? No, this is not the new Fosters. King Carrot, nobody in Australia. I might stand corrected, maybe some people in Australia do. But I don't know anybody in Australia who drinks Fosters. It's commonly used to wash dishes and, you know, descale things. What countries, next Master CZ, what countries have I been to so far? And what countries do I plan to and wish to visit next? Well, planning on visiting countries at the moment is a little bit difficult, obviously, because of all the travel restrictions and all that kind of stuff. But I've always wanted to go to Canada, and I've never been. But that might be a while away. My dad has to go and up on everyone, doesn't he? He has to go and do one better. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mum and Dad. Thank you very much. That is definitely okay. There is no excuses. A new webcam will be happening ASAP now. That's just mental. Mental. Thank you, Dad and Mum. Okay. It was a succulent Chinese meal, Brody. Democracy Manifest. What countries would I like to visit next? Well, obviously Canada would be nice, but realistically, probably New Zealand is going to be the next country that I would visit next, because it's realistic, I think, being in Australia. But countries that I've been to, I've been to France, been to Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium, been to Spain. No, I never went to Spain or Italy. I never got to those. I went to Croatia. That was really nice. Portugal a few times. And since being over here in Australia, I've been to Vietnam. That was an incredible holiday. The old Top Gear special. No, that was great. Baguio Bill, am I using a G29? Yes, I am. Logitech G29 and proud. I've only ever used Logitech gear. It's just started on a G25 about 10-15 years ago, progressed to a G27, and when that broke, got my G29, and that's all I've run. Although the eagle-eyed amongst you may have seen, let me just get this. The eagle-eyed amongst you may have seen this in the background. I've kind of not been telling anybody about this because I don't want to get people unnecessarily hyped, and I want to kind of do a video and I want to do it all naturally in real time, and I don't want to sort of pre-plan anything. But this is a Fanatec based steering wheel with the endurance pack, the Porsche pack, whatever it's called, and the paddle module. Can't even speak. But no, this is going to be mounted on a CSL DD that is on pre-order and will be arriving in the first wave at the start of September. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that a lot. But to go to answer your question, Baguio Bill, to go back to what you asked, how do I find the new force feedback on Race Room, and why do I think lots of players struggle on Race Room? I think because it doesn't have a great force output. I think the new force feedback in Race Room definitely emphasizes, it definitely has more emphasis on higher end wheels because it has a bigger range of forces it can put out. Not that G29s are bad, it's just that compared to what it used to be really fake. And you know me, I love Race Room, I've loved it for years. But to be honest, I got used to having the wrong inputs. I got used to having fake force feedback effects, all that kind of stuff, and you kind of rely on, you know, it's over dramatized. The curbs feel way over the top, the bumps feel way over the top. So I think people who have gotten used to Race Room and then downloaded the new force feedback, it doesn't feel the same, and it is going to be a struggle, and all the things you used to rely on aren't quite going to be as strong as they were, but that's only because they were blown out of proportion previously. And that's my take on it. Anyway, we've got so many questions. I'm struggling. I'm behind in chat, so let's keep on going. Let's scroll down. Deadcam, webcam. Aidan Millwood, yes, Foster's is not great. Let's keep on going. VB, yeah, we all drink a VB long neck at 20 to 8 in the morning. Or whatever it is. Let's have a look. Keep on going. Go to Canada, it's epic. I intend to, Aiden, as soon as everything clears and everything gets back to kind of normal. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be expensive. King Carrot. I've been to Amsterdam 3 times? No, 2 times. One of my old uni mates, Andrea, got a job at MTV, and he's the guy who looks at the control screens and looks after all of the you know, the adverts and the brakes and make sure nothing, you know, when something goes down, he's the person that looks after, well, I don't know if he is anymore, he used to be, looks after all the technical screens and the cues and everything, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I stayed with him a few times, great guy. Also went to Amsterdam because it was cheaper to fly to Amsterdam and get a hire car to go to the Belgian Grand Prix than it was to fly into Belgium and get a hire car in Belgium and go direct. So that was good. Let's have a look. Happy 5k subs, here's to a gazillion more. Thank you, Rubber Stiggy. Do not get a Logitech no, I'm not going to get a Logitech webcam Ed Engineer. I've actually been looking at DSLRs, like actual cameras. Like a Lumix, I think it was. My latest research is like a Lumix, which is like $600 or something like that, and then you put the lens on top of it. But it's great, it's really good quality. I know a lot of other YouTubers who use it, like bloggers and that kind of stuff. And it has continuous power. Like most cameras, you can't use them while you're charging them, which if you're doing a 3-hour stream, it's not going to work. So that's going to be that. Let's have a squiz. He's going to Mordor, yes, Donny. Keep going down the chat. The Maddle Podule, indeed, Stiggy. The paddle module. Currently saving for a Simicube, bank account hates. Yeah, it kind of goes like that, Aiden. With the upgrades, it's a never-ending list of upgrades, and you think you're done, and then something breaks, and you have to buy that. But then that's not compatible with what you've already got, and it just kind of escalates, you know. So you're never truly finished, and the bank account really does hate you for that. Let's see. Yeah, George Senior, I can't wait to see that in action either, to be honest, man. It's going to be good. Early September. That's happening, mate. Let's have a look for the questions. Niels, did I already test drive the V8 supercars? I haven't. In Assetto Corsa, I haven't tested the V8 supercars. I tried them in Automobilista 2 when that first came out, and the physics weren't great for it. It was incredibly murdery, for want of a better word. Now, I don't know if it's improved since then. I'll have to go back and try it. But I haven't actually tried the V8s for Assetto Corsa yet. Not properly, at least, anyway. So I should probably do that. And I'll try Queensland Raceway as well, or maybe Surfers Paradise, because they're my local tracks. Actually, while people are in chat, if anyone can send me a link on Discord or somewhere to a good version of the new Surfers Paradise, the shorter Surfers Paradise for Assetto Corsa, that'd be fantastic, because I've looked everywhere for it. I can only find the old version, you know, the long one before they shortened the second chicane and the 2 90-degree lefts at the end. I can't find the new one anywhere. Or maybe I've just not looked hard enough. So if someone could send that to me, because I would like to use that for a community event very soon. Hint, hint.
Well, not bad.
Klaus Turbo? Klaus Turbo, are you mental? Thank you, man. Congratulations on 5k subs and cheers to you. Thank you for the videos and streams. Let's get you that YouTube silver play button next. Well, that's a long way away. That's 100,000 subscribers. And not many sim racing channels have got there. If you could probably count them on your hand. Viper Concept, Jimmy, who else is getting up there then? Gamer Muscle, Ermin, I know Matt Malone, there's Super GT, he's up there actually, he's got heaps of subscribers. So it's going to take a while, but we'll see. I'll give it a good crack, Klaus Turbo, but thank you so much, man. That's an incredible 50 euros, man. Maybe I will be able to get a DSLR just after the end of the stream. Who knows? This is crazy. Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely mental. Next Master CZ asks, Steve. Yes. Indeed, Next Master. Steve. Couldn't agree more with you. Dave Cam. Is he over 100,000? He's probably close, isn't he?
Well, not bad.
You're kidding me. You're absolutely kidding me. Captain Flatspot with the Swedish krona. The beer is on you, thank you, sir. You can see the sun coming up on Thermalito in the background again. Awesome stuff. Oh, Next Master CZ has retracted his message. Maybe he didn't mean to type Steve, but it was probably the best question of the live stream so far. No worries, Niels. Hope you enjoyed your break. Get back to it, mate. And, see you soon. Thank you. Holly's upgraded the membership. I can't keep up. I honestly can't keep up. I tell you who should be near 100,000 subscribers. Aiden. If you haven't, if you're looking at that guy in chat thinking, who's that? Who's Aiden Millwood? Do yourself a favour. Go and check out his channel right now. Great guy, very informative guy, and a hell of a racer as well, actually. He helped me get a podium. Well, when I say help me, he did all the work. He was the one who got the podium in the Bathurst 12 hours a few months ago. George Senior, that is a lot. That is a lot of Swedish krona. Okay, let's see what else is happening in chat. Oh, it's an answer to who has 1,000k subs. Subs. Yes, it does. It does. Yeah. Just by Indonesian bots like Broad. Ooh. Did he do that? Did Jimmy buy bots? I don't know. Nothing confirmed there. I don't know. Wushel, careful, Wushel. Careful, Wushel. That's dangerous ground you're on there, mate. DDF playing Fortnite for 100,000 subs confirmed, Ricardo. No. To be honest with you, I hardly get time to do anything other than sim racing, work, and pick up succulent Chinese meals from the takeaway these days. It's pretty busy. I'm trying to think the last time... When was the last time I played a non-sim racing game? It's maybe a couple of weeks ago. The Long Dark. I just play half an hour. You know when I finished editing and it's like I'm not quite ready to go to bed yet, I'll just play the Long Dark for a little bit. Last time I did that was 2 weeks ago, but before that, I don't know. It's mental. Yeah, like I don't get to just game like I used to anymore because, well, there's always a video to do, there's always a race to practice for, there's always some editing to do, you know, it kind of takes over, but I like it. I do like it though, you know, I'm not complaining that, oh, I've got too much channel work to do, because I love doing channel work, but yeah, just the casual gaming stuff is kind of, it's kind of been pushed to the side a little bit. Holly! Thank you! $10.77, that is $20 days. It is. It is indeed. Thank you. Thank you, Holly. Thank you very much. Just being Aussie screws with your vocabulary. Yeah, it does. It does. Ripper253, I know you've been harassing me. And I don't use that word lightly. To do some flight sim stuff. I wouldn't mind doing some flight sim stuff either because my dad does that. He's massively into the flight sims, and he always has been. When I was growing up, he'd be doing long-haul flights over the Atlantic on Flight Simulator 98, I think it was. And I just used to have a look over and see what's going on, and I didn't know what was going on, but I found it interesting. And I have the equipment to do it, you know. But this HOTAS was originally bought for Elite Dangerous, which ties in nicely with what I just said. I don't really get a chance to do much Elite Dangerous anymore. Although the Horizons patch seems to have broken it slightly, so it's probably a good thing. But maybe I will in the future. Maybe when I get a bit more time, who knows. What's my occupation? Ball Bertvisel. What is my occupation? Well, technically, it's an office job. Well, not technically, it is an office job. It's nothing glamorous, it's nothing fancy. It pays the bills. It's kind of a mix. I used to be a coordinator for service technicians, so take phone calls for things that are broken down, like, you know, commercial fridges, ovens, dishwashers, you know, like at supermarkets or restaurants, you know, the big ones. Take calls from customers and say, oh, this is broken, I need someone to fix it, like now. Or your Gordon Ramsays, or your executive chefs, or your stickies, you know, you're really demanding chefs. Come on, I need it fixed now. They call me, I'd take all the details. Well, they wouldn't call me direct, they'd call a call center, and then I'd get the jobs through the details. But then, yeah, just schedule those out, talk to the technicians, and talk to the customers, just plan everything, just basically schedule stuff and look at diaries and screens and maps all day, and stop people from being cranky. Not always successfully. But now I do more of a invoicing and back-end sort of thing. You know, I look after the paperwork, I look after all the admin. Just because it's a bit much, you know. A few years ago, it was just a bit too much. I kind of just had to take a step back from it because it was a very stressful job and it kind of took over. And, you know, when you go home from your job consistently, every day, just miserable and stressed and angry, it's not good. You need to do something about that, and people who do that day in, day out, I know that some circumstances might not allow you to change your job, or some people might not be in a position where they can change things about their job, but if you're in a position where you can do something about it, then why shouldn't you? Look after your mental health, you know? It's your head, it's your health, it's your body. You gotta look after yourself because you don't get another one. And why be miserable? There's so much to enjoy about life. So yeah. Anyway, that's before I start getting all deep and meaningful. Yeah, that's my job, basically, paperwork in an office. No, Talanin, that was the worst Australian accent ever. So, no, I'm not going to be doing that in work. But hopefully that answers your question as well, Baggio Bill. That's what I do for work. But would I like to create content full-time? 100% yes. I love creating content. I find that making videos and doing live streams on YouTube gives me energy, you know? It doesn't ever tire me out. I never get bored of it. I never get fed up by it. Like, if I've got an edit, I just want to get stuck in, I want to get it done, and I'll stay up till like 3 in the morning when I know full well that my alarm is going off at 6:30 to get up for work the next day. Just because I don't get tired. It gives me energy, and it's like, yeah. And if I can do that full time, not the whole staying up till 3 in the morning, but if I can create content full time and earn money from just like enjoying racing and just making videos and just doing this, just hanging out with you guys and chatting, then why wouldn't I? That's epic. That's an epic way to earn money, and yeah, I'd love to do it. I really would. It's not easy. It's not entirely possible. You know, I'd have to be very lucky. I'd have to work very hard. It's very unlikely, if I'm being honest, that I will get to do this as a job, because not many people do, and you got to strike lucky, and you got to be good. And I'm doing the best that I can to be good, but there's always things I can improve. There's always things that I can do better. And if you look at my videos from 4 years ago, is it 4 years now? It was nearly 4 years, I guess. Wow. But yeah, if you look at my very first videos, they're terrible. But you teach yourself how to edit better, you teach yourself how to record better, you get more confidence. You don't necessarily learn how to drive better, though. That's something I've found out over 4 years. But it just, yeah, it just grows, and you just got to stick at it. It's not going to happen overnight, and if it does happen, I'd be extremely grateful for it. So, yeah, hopefully, Baggio Bill. Let's scroll down, because I'm falling behind in chat again. Just play Simple Planes for 30 seconds, and I'll call it a day. Simple Planes. I'm going to Google that, actually. I'm probably going to regret Googling this. Simple planes. What is this? A video game. Simple rocket set. I might look into that, Ripper, actually. I'll see. I'll see. I'll see how we go. I'll see how we go. Let's keep on scrolling. Oh, Captain and George, that is a great idea. I know that Sticky did this a while ago on his channel on Twitch. He used to fly from each venue. Like, say we did a Tuesday Thunder at Shanghai. In the week, he would then fly from Shanghai in Flight Simulator to wherever the next one was. So if we went to Road America, he'd fly from Shanghai to wherever Road America is in America. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there is an airport right next to Thermalito as well. I don't know if you no, you can't see it in the background because it's not physically modelled. But if you look on Google Maps, it's right there. Let's keep on scrolling. Let's keep on scrolling. Not a chef, a microwave technician. Holly Jane Scarrett. A microwave technician, I like that. Exclamation mark hydrate. Yes, true, Das. I'm getting through this quite quickly, actually. Yeah, sorry, Stiggy. Sorry, Robert Stig. If Gamer Muscle can do it, everybody can. Do you know what, King Carrot? To be fair, Gamer Muscle is extremely good at what he does. He's incredibly engaging. He's actually quite informative when he decides to be. And he's fast. He's a fast driver. He keeps you watching. You know, he's kind of one of those people that you know, you put him on for 2 minutes on YouTube, and then half an hour later it's like, I was meant to go and hang the washing out. Thank you, Gamer Muscle. Why is the beer bottle wearing a ski jacket, Das? It's not a ski jacket, it's Tyres. It's Tyres. It's the most sim racing beer holder I could find, mate. Paul Birtwistle, tell us about your wedding day. Oh, that's the rest of the stream gone. I might have to come back to that one. If we get time, I'll come back to that one, Paul. Let's just have a look then. Let's keep on going through the chat. Ah, Holly! Holly's gonna grab a beer. It is what? 11:40, I believe. Never too early. Never too early to grab a beer. Oroville Municipal Airport, KOVE. Yes, that is very true. Actually, I think I missed questions. I'm sure I missed questions. I'm doing a terrible job at keeping up with chat. Thank you so much, by the way, for coming and hanging out. It's great to have you guys here. Skitterbot, warning, Aussie beer screws with your vocabulary. Well, that's a good job it's a Japanese beer then, mate. Yeah, no, Gamer Muscle, I really do like him. He's good. Other sim racing people that I enjoy, well, actually, this ties into one of the questions on Discord, so I will, I'll come back to that one in a bit, actually. Why is the beer wearing tyres then, Mark? Well, because it's I don't know. People do that in Australia. People put their beers in little stubby holders, and I guess it keeps it cool? I guess, but I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I've just tried to fit in socially. Everyone else does it, so, you know, why not? Das! Any real life race car experiences? Also asked in Discord. Yes, actually. One. I have driven at Three Sisters Raceway in Wigan. Is it Three Sisters? I think that's the name of it. Three Sisters Circuit, Three Sisters Raceway in yeah, it must be. I've driven an Audi R8. Not a race car, mind. Not like one of the Audi R8 GTs, just the road car version. And I did about 6 laps. maybe? I can't remember. It was terrifying. I don't remember what top speed I got up to, because I was just hands on the wheel, focus, try not to bin it. I just didn't want to take my eyes off it, so I didn't dare look down, because there wasn't any straights on the circuit. It was like it was quite a twisty, short circuit that's more suited to like lower level motorcycles and maybe go-karts as well. It wasn't really any way you could stretch your legs. There was a back stretch though. We kind of went through a sweeping right, up a hill, round, and then kind of down into a braking zone. The sweeping right wasn't quite flat out, but it wasn't straight enough that I could, take a breather and look. But yeah, an Audi R8 at 3 Sisters. I've got a photo of it somewhere, but by the time I find it and put it on screen, there'll be like another 5 questions in chat, so yeah, who knows. First time cold tyres are... Yeah, Captain, these tyres are taken directly from a Group 5 Greenwood Corvette, so this is going to keep the beer nice and cold indeed, the hard tyres specifically. Now that'll do nicely. Scull the beer, Sticky, but then what am I gonna do after that? It's empty. No, I'm taking my time. I'm taking my time, man. Actually, speaking of time, let's just have a look and see how much time is left. 50 minutes exactly. So we're kind of getting there. We're making our way through the questions. Hey, Afonso! These tyres are actual NSU TT tyres glued together. They're around about the right size. I'll give you that. Does that mean my hands are tyre warmers? Yes, actually, Minardi fan. Although I'm not putting my hands anywhere near the Group 5 Greenwood Corvette tyres, especially not next Wednesday, that's for sure. Schnorlax, have I been on the Nürburgring? No, actually, I haven't. I've driven past it, but I haven't been on it. But I know someone who has. Rangy went on a boys' weekend to the Nürburgring or something. It was someone's birthday, I think, and he ended up shortening the car by a few inches because he put it in the barrier and had to wait for the tow truck to come and get him, or I don't know the specifics, but I know that Rangy's been on the Nordschleife and he's crashed. He'd probably hate me for telling everybody that. Rohit Benual, 32-inch VA panel or 27-inch IPS panel for sim racing, both 1440p, or is it worth saving up for VR? Oh, I would say if you've tried VR before, then you wouldn't even be asking that question. It'd be like VR every day, all day. But if you're used to racing on a monitor, I would say get the biggest screen that you can. Excuse me. Because what you want to do is maximize your portal of view into the sim racing world. So you want to get the biggest screen you can, and you want to have it as close to you as possible. Because when you set your field of view up correctly, a bigger screen that's closer to you, it's like it lets you see more. You get more at the sides, you get more at the top. If you've got a smaller, if you've got a smaller screen, it kind of narrows what you can see, and you could increase the field of view, but then you get perspective distortion and things don't quite match up. That's it just doesn't really work. You don't really feel it doesn't feel right. It's kind of really hard to explain, but distances and perceptions seem a bit wrong, and I think Thermalito's glitched out in the back. No, it's back. It's back. Oh wow, rangy indeed. That is true. Mark Hallowell, drinking competition. 1 drink for every question. Skitterbot, have I been to Mount Panorama and driven the track? No, actually, I haven't. I'm a terrible Australian, but that's because it's about 12 hours drive from where I am. I've been to Surfers Paradise to watch the V8 supercars in 2015, I think it was 2015. The one where Scott McLaughlin sends it sideways in the braking zone and, you know, locks up full drift and gets the overtake done. I was there at that corner when that happened. Just poke your head up over the fence and you just hear the tyres squeal and the bits of rubber are flying off the tyres and there's a big cloud of smoke and he gets the position. It's one of the best things I've ever seen. It really is. But no, I've since driven on Surface Paradise in my road car when it was not race weekend, but I've never actually, no, never done that. 14 hours, Skitter. It might be, actually. It might be 14 hours drive. Actually, no, it probably is more like 14 hours because you have to take into account breaks and food and that kind of thing. I've done Sydney in half a day, Brisbane to Sydney. I've set out really early in the morning, I've been back for dinner. And Bathurst is another few hours out past Sydney. So, yeah. But no, I would like to do that one day. I would really like to do that one day. Rangy, that was an expensive weekend. I'm sure you're not kidding, man. I'm sure you're not kidding. Let's have a look. Afonso, oh, sorry, Afonso, just to answer your question, mate. I'm doing a Q&A session. I'm not actually racing today. I'm doing a Q&A session where it's 5,000 seconds for 5,000 subscribers. It was 83 minutes at the start. It's now down to 45 minutes. So that's what's happening. I have a feeling that I'll probably be going longer than that. Let's keep going through the chat. Why is VR in race rooms so jittery? Graham Forrester. That's a good question. I personally don't find it jittery, but I know that some people do. It could be to do with shadows. I know that Race Room drops a lot of performance when I go online compared to running offline. So if I run AI races or run leaderboards, smooth. Super smooth. If I go online, it does drop a little bit of performance off it as well. And that, I think, has to do with just the logic calculations between all the multiplayer. I don't know the specifics. But it's, yeah, it does drop performance. But if you turn shadows off, that helps massively. Shadows are ones that have the biggest impact. But I know they are having a few problems at the moment, specifically with stuttering and that kind of stuff. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I know that some people are having problems with the web HUD or Otter HUD or whatever it is. But I know that they're looking into it and it will get fixed. But sorry, I could be more specific with that answer. Let's have a squiz. Das. How do I like eating my carrots? I like them sliced really thin into long strips in a stir fry. That is how I like eating my carrots. Occasionally I will eat them raw with a bit of hummus, but I gotta be pretty desperate to do that, to be honest. Let's keep on going through the chat. Widescreen monitors are great. Yet, Mark P, my main monitor now is a widescreen monitor. It's, I can't remember the ratio, 22:9 or 21:9 or something like that. 1440, 36 inch. It's amazing. But yeah, I'm just so used to VR. I really am. I just can't. I've tried racing on it, and I just can't get it. It just doesn't immerse me the same. It just doesn't excite me the same. VR every day, all day. What up, Nat86? Afonso, I haven't even started the Discord questions yet. You guys have been absolutely mental in chat. I might have to give this more time. Or I might just have to hurry up. I might just have to go quickfire questions. For someone who is new to Race Room, what is the best combo to buy? Oh. With Race Room, you want to try and get a bulk deal. If you buy your cars and tracks individually, that is going to cost you so much money in the... I don't remember putting that car on track. Anyway, it's going to cost you so much. It's going to cost you so much in the long run because you can really get good deals by buying packs, whether it's the rookie pack or the pro pack or the the ultimate pack? I can't remember the names of them. If you have the money, then by far the best deal is to get the pack that gets you everything, that unlocks you everything. Because it's like 92% off or something like that. Like it is a bit of an initial cost, but it's way cheaper than what you'd spend in iRacing. And they do sales quite regularly as well. Buy the VRP through the store, do it that way, and just buy as many things as you can. I think it was a Fiat 500 Wushel, which is actually the same car that me and my mate drove to the Belgian Grand Prix and camped in, because we forgot camping gear. Yeah, we stayed in the Fiat 500 for 3 days. It stank. Strawman Andy, will I go drive for us? Maybe. We'll see how we go. There's way too many questions to actually go driving at the moment, so maybe if it quietens off towards the end of the stream, if I run out of questions, I might go and do some driving. I've got a nice little mod lined up for that if I do go driving. There's the Nissan! There's the Nissan from the community event. I recognise that ugly looking green thing. Let's keep going. Do I play sports, or are there any sports I used to play before the knee started complaining? Did my knees start complaining? I don't think my knees did start. Oh, you're just saying I'm old, aren't you? No, I never really did sports. I guess I was never really a sporty kid at school. Although I used to be into cycling. I really used to be into cycling when I lived in Manchester in the UK. Until I basically ran into a dog and flipped and broke my wrist. I never really recovered from that, really. I just lost my confidence completely. The dog was completely fine. The dog was just confused. The dog was just like, huh? And just ran off completely. It was fine. But yeah, I went over the handlebars, put my wrist out to stop me, and yeah, wasn't nice. A few fractures in there. I think a few things in places where they shouldn't have been. Bones not looking the way they're supposed to look. And yeah, when I got back on a push bike again, I just had absolutely no confidence, and I've not really got back into it again, which is a shame, because there are so many great spots to cycle where I live now. You know, I live near the water, and there's all these bicycle paths, like kilometers and kilometers and kilometers of bicycle paths, right next to the water, right next to a breeze. It'd be great if I did get back into it. Don't have to cycle in traffic. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should get back into that, because well, yeah, my knees aren't getting any better. That is true, Tishinga. I need to fix it. And there goes the transit van. Way. Welcome back, Niels. Let's just catch up on some more questions. Hey, Steve-O. That was Strawman Andy. That was Tishinga. Okay, right, I'm back up. Was that a 917 that just went past? Yes, it is, Mark. I put that in just for you. I thought, Mark's probably going to be there. He's going to be awake. Let's do some classic Le Mans cars for him. Because I know you said that AC needs some classic Le Mans cars. I haven't driven them myself yet, but there you go. I thought I'd stick him in there. And there goes the Fiat 500 again. Q&A while driving the Greenwood Corvette sounds like a good idea. No, it doesn't. Skitter, this is my VR headset. Can you see the likeness? Oculus CV1. I've had that for... It'll be 5 years in October, November, I think. Yeah, 5 years in October, November. And it has served me very well. And I would never go back to monitors, like I've already said. What hobbies do I have away from sim racing, Paul? I like music. I used to... Again, it's a time thing. I don't really have that many other hobbies these days, but previously, yeah, like I said, cycling used to be a big one. I used to play the piano, the guitar, the drums, and I used to like record music, and that used to be a massive, massive hobby of mine, like composition and writing and all that kind of stuff. So that was always a big one for me. I really enjoyed doing that. But yeah, not so much recently. Like I said, just not have time. I never really got more than that. Let's keep on going through the questions. What upgrades are next for the rig? Rangy. Well, if you missed it earlier in the stream, the next upgrades for the rig, that's the first one. I've got my graphics card, I've got the new CPU and RAM and motherboard. Thank you again, guys, for that, by the way. That was incredible. Thank you so much for your wedding gift. Nuts. Power supply needs to go in at some point. I've got that on the shelf. The new graphics card is actually holding up really well. I think someone did ask that, by the way. Who was asking that? Who was asking that? Is the power supply holding up? I think it was Steve-O, was it? Was it Steve-O? I think it was Steve-O. Yeah, the power supply is holding up nicely, but I have a new one to pop in the machine at some point. Keep on going. A good case of the beer burps. I've always been particularly burpy, even when I'm not drinking beers. I just tend to... I think I just swallow a lot of air when I speak, you know? When I'm trying to do my races, when I'm trying to do my videos. If you guys saw what I had to edit out of some of my videos, just the biggest burps ever. Because it's like, you know, it's like, and hello and welcome, and today we're looking at the new race room and the force feedback and this and that. Because I just keep on swallowing air. So there's... I should probably do a supercut of all my burps one day, of just one edit. No, I shouldn't, actually. That's a terrible idea. Next master. No, I am in Australia, not the Netherlands. I can assure you I'm in Australia. I should get some rapid bins advertising hoarding on Thermalito. That's a great point, Holly. I do want to do a texture update at Circuit Thermalito because all the adverts are Steinberg and, you know, all the old stuff, Konica Minolta from when I designed it, like the cartridge shop and my old music stuff. So I should probably update that with new logos, like put a few DDF Racer logos, put a few Rapid Bins logos, maybe an OSNZ Sim Racing logo around the track somewhere, I don't know. Update the graphics, update the curbs, because it does look a little bit dated, doesn't it? Let's be honest. It does look a little bit old. But it's an R-Factor 1 circuit, so, you know, what do you expect, I guess? Niels, when am I buying a ute? Hopefully never, I don't need one. Hello, Pink Cookie, hello, how are you doing? Is the sticker on my VR headset the same after all these years? This one goes out to Mark Jones and Captain Flatspot as well. Yes, it is. So technically, this is my face from like 4 years ago. And you can see it there, the sticker. Actually, let's do it that way. The sticker's starting to peel off a little bit. So I need to push that back in, but it comes back off again. But yeah, that's my old headset, that's my face. Actually, I've still got the same... Yeah, I've still got the same glasses. So maybe I should have an eye test, because I haven't had an eye test for, what, 4 years? Maybe I'm a lot blinder than I think I am. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Das, am I participating in the video challenge idea?
My hat.
Code 81, thank you! £10, thank you, mate! Thank you very much. Cheers to you. I appreciate the support. And I know you've been around the channel for a long time. You're a legend. Hope you keep on enjoying it. If not, let me know. I'll do something about that. Cheers. Am I participating in the video challenge for Race Room? No. I'm not. Because Race Room actually gave me a media account anyway. So the prize that they're offering is kind of redundant for me, because when I did commentary for Race Room, when I most recently did the community server, they set me up with an account that unlocks all of the content as it gets released. And that also, because I'm on the test team as well, the beta team, they kind of have to do that if I want to test new content and make sure things work and give me early access. They can't, like, you know, you got to go and buy it. Oh, it's not released yet, by the way. So the prize is a little bit redundant for me, Das. I would like to do a video entry, but finding the time, it's going to take a lot of effort to do a video like that. Maybe eventually. Maybe not for this competition, but maybe eventually I would just do a showcase of Race Room. So we'll see. We'll see. I got the wheel without the base. I did actually. The wheel is here. Afonso, the wheel is here. The base is a CSL DD, and that's on its way early September. Afonso, you want the burps. You have to edit the... No, I'm going to regret this burp thing immediately, guys. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Dad. Thank you very much. Oh, you can always trust your dad to embarrass you live on stream, can't you? Fantastic. April 1st, new channel trailer, one long burp. Maybe. Maybe. That could be a good shout, actually. If you can remind me halfway through March next year, Das, I might do that because I've got a lot saved up. Niels, if I would race in real life, what car would I drive? I don't know, actually, because I think that driving in sim racing is massively different to driving in real life, because you don't have the physical sensation in a sim. I might drive a real car and absolutely hate it. I doubt it. I think I'd love it, but I don't know. I'd like to try a lot. Actually, Niels, this is my answer. I don't want to pick one yet because I want to try a lot of different cars, and then I'll give you an answer when I've tried a lot of real life racing cars. But what do I drive in real life? I drive a Mazda 3, a grey, silvery looking. Oh, the Toyota just locked up. Then that's the first car that's done that. That's pretty cool. I drive a Mazda 3, a silver grey Mazda 3 from 2012. It's real nice. It's a real nice car. There's your 962. 962? Is it 962? No, I'm not sure. There's your car, Mark. Gather all your burps, put them in a DAW, and make Binit music. You know what? That does hark back to my music editing days. Maybe I would do that. People have made tunes out of much worse things, King Carrot. Tashinga, I hope they don't give you thicker lenses. Well, if they do give me thicker lenses, I'm going to have to upgrade my Oculus as well, because that uses lenses inside it. So I need to get them changed too. DDF, am I going to drive iRacing Oval? Do you know what? I'd completely forgotten about that. I'd completely forgotten about iRacing Oval. The last experience I had in the ESF 2000 kind of put me off a little bit, if I'm being honest. But eventually I'll get back round to it. I just haven't done any iRacing recently. I just haven't found the time. Will there be more competitions? Did I say that? Will there be more competitions, Afonso? There's going to be more community events. The one I want to do next, if I can find a good version of Surfers Paradise, I might just run it on the old version because it's readily available. But if there's a new version of Surfers Paradise with a shorter layout, I want to do Ford Transit vans as Surfers Paradise. That would be just hell of a lot of fun. I might. Do you know what? I'm going to schedule that up as the next community event. Ford Transits at Surfers Paradise. Boom. I'll organise it for some point very soon. Very soon. Pink Cookie, new glasses could improve my lap times up to 3/10. I doubt that. We'll see. We'll see. Paul Birdswhistle, it's not that kind of stream, mate. Rangy! Rangy! When are we going to do the OzNZ karting hookup? That is a great idea. Before COVID struck last year, I was thinking about organising a day in Brisbane. There's a sim racing place in Tingalpa, I think it is. And they've got all these rigs set up where you can all go, motion rigs, the full works, you can all get in, you can book the place out for the day. I think it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's like open to the public. But if you want to do like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday or something, you can book the place out and host events there. I was thinking if we could get people together, that would have been an amazing thing. That would have been such a good video to get, you know, your JBs, your Ranges, your Brodies, your Lockies. It might be a little bit more difficult for your Demos and your Stickies because obviously they're in New Zealand, not Australia. But hey, I am dead keen for that idea, Rangy. I'm dead keen for that idea. Yeah, Boggy has to go and book a ticket to Australia. It's going to be even difficult for Boggy or my dad as well. George, have I tried any of the open world maps on Assetto Corsa? Yes, I have actually. I've tried LA Canyons and love it. And I have, is Shutoko the Japanese one? Is that the Japanese one? If so, that was actually my plan for open world driving in the background. I might fire that up later actually, once the 83 minutes stops. No worries, Captain. You enjoy yourself. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the shout on the beer. Cheers to... How do you say cheers in Swedish, by the way? I'll probably get it completely wrong, and I apologise in advance, but whatever cheers in Swedish is, that to you. We have a problem, guys. We have a problem. I've got no beer left. That beer's empty. I'll fix that in a minute. Oh, Code 81. You do not want to win my old GPU. You really do not want to win my old... Skull! Skull. Skull to you, Captain. Now, you don't want to win my old GPU, mate, because it doesn't work anymore. If you put that in your computer, I guarantee you will get maybe 1 or 2 weeks out of it, because it was getting a lot worse for me before I installed my new upgrade. But if you want to win it, you're more than welcome. Just, it doesn't come with a warranty, and it will die. Baggio Bill, did I get to test the CSL DD? No, I didn't. I didn't. I wasn't one of the special few, only a few got that, but I am in the first wave, because I'm in the Fanatec affiliate program, so that's good. Excuse me. Afonso, am I a full-time YouTuber? No, but I would very much like to be. And I've already gone through what my job is a little bit earlier in the stream, so I probably won't go through that again because I know that we're running out of time a little bit. We've got 24 minutes left. I haven't done any Discord questions. Okay, I'm gonna have to start doing those. Okay, let's go. Let's boom. Let's go. Let's crack on with it. The only reason why I've not been keeping up with chat because everyone's telling me how to say cheers in Swedish. There's like 50 people have just gone skull. Text Mrs. DDF a beer service. No, I've one better than that. I've one better than that, Rangy. You think I brought an empty glass into this room for nothing? Oh, what's that? DDF secret whiskey supply. Oh boy, things are really going to start going downhill now. So what have we got? The Balvenie Distillery, Banffshire, Scotland. Double wood, matured in 2 distinct casks, aged for 12 years. Acquires its complex yet rich and smooth taste from its maturation in 2 different types of oak cask. Who'd have thought it? Such a good sound. So, this is where the stream really starts to descend into, really starts to descend into madness. Empty glass of water, of course. Mr. Understeer, welcome to the chat. Nick De Silva, welcome to the chat. Okay, I think I've missed a few questions here. Have I missed a few questions? I don't think I have, actually. Yeah, Ripper 253 indeed. There is a big difference between winning a 1080 Ti and a 1080 Ti that doesn't work. Just saying. Drink a shot from the tiny trophy. Traditions. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what Wushel is on about there, Aidan Millwood might remember this one actually. In fact, Aidan Millwood will definitely remember this one. Our first ever race together was the VLMC 4 Hours of Le Mans, where I failed miserably for 2.5 hours, maybe nearly 3 hours, came into the pits to hand over to Aidan, and then Aidan got yeeted, some say he's still floating above Magny Cours somewhere, into the atmosphere basically, and that was the end of the race. So, still having an hour to go live on stream, Tobias went and fired up a custom server on Race Room at the Nordschleife in the Greenwood Corvette. The Greenwood Corvette just keeps on coming back. You can't get rid of it, can you? Anyway, we all fired that up, and every time I binned it, I had to take a shot. That was the rules. And obviously, if anyone is familiar with the Greenwood Corvette, you can imagine it was very binny, and that the stream descended into madness very quickly. I think it was only maybe 10 people watching, as opposed to the 60, 70 that we've got now. Thank you again, by the way. But yeah, no, it was good. It was the time when I started to watch the Greenwoods. But no, basically the tiny trophy was... No, the tiny trophy was actually used when I finished my Toka 2 playthrough. Was it? No, I can't remember. I can't remember. Anyway, the tiny trophy has had whiskey in it before in the past, and it's been used to celebrate and commiserate. Anyway, to Captain. Skull. Oh, that's delicious. That's absolutely delicious. Yeah, Mark Hallowell, planning would have seen an esky near to the rig, but no, I've got the whiskey instead. Greetings, Peter Cohn from Belgium. Benz, would you be interested in the 1080 Ti if you looked at the shipping costs from Australia after that? So, maybe. Let me know. If you're still keen, let me know. Okay, I think I'm all up to date with questions from chat. And if anyone's in Australia or New Zealand, feel free to join me for risk as well. If you're in Europe or the UK, that's why I did this on a Saturday, so you guys could join in as well. Nothing like a little bit of early day drinking. Okay, I think it's time we start on Discord because we have 19 minutes left. Next upgrade for the rig might be a beer fridge. Maybe. Maybe, Brody. We'll see. I don't tend to drink that much. Did I get the boost kit with the CSL direct drive, Valenhill? Yes. Of course I did. Yes. Yeah. If you're going to get a direct drive, you might as well do it properly, right? Okay. Right then. Discord time! Because I know a lot of you have asked questions in my Discord, so I think it's only time that I did that. And by the way, there is a link in the video description to my Discord if you guys want to go and add more questions. I know that you people have been adding questions since I've started the stream, and someone's messaged me over here. George has sent me a direct message, but I don't want to open that live on stream just in case it's confidential, in case he sent me something that he doesn't want everybody to see. Otherwise he would have put it in the main Discord. Okay, so that is my ramble to tell everybody that's... Here we go. What is your favorite color? Love it, Donnie. If you haven't already guessed my favorite color by now, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Richard Hall, welcome to the stream. No, you're a legend, Richard. You're a legend, mate. Richard, by the way, big shout out to Richard in chat. He is the guy who single-handedly made me and JB look good at Kyalami in the 9 hours race that we did in ACC. That guy loves his Hondas. What can I say? What can I say? What will happen after 8,000 seconds and I still want to continue? Well, I think I'm going to find out very soon, Olaf. I think I'm going to... I love how you're all giving me difficult... No, it's orange! It's orange, okay? My favourite colour is orange. First in Sim Racing, hello, welcome to the channel. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move chat up a little bit, because I keep on looking down at the bottom of the screen like that. It looks like I'm not really looking at the camera, so that's a bit better. Potato. Actually, Potato, that ties in very nicely with the gift that's on screen right now. A wizard arrives precisely when he intends to. Okay, let's get some more Discord questions. Why did I start the channel? Oh, that's a big one. Well, it's not really. I started the channel because... Okay, it depends. It really depends on what we consider to be the official start of the channel. Because I am going to bring up my channel on YouTube right now. And I'm going to sort my videos in reverse order. So let me switch it over. Can I switch it over to desktop mode here? 1 second. Videos. Sort by date added oldest. Let me just see if I can switch this one over now. Desktop. There we go! Okay, this is what we're doing right now. Okay, so my oldest ever video on the channel is the Road Mix Part 1, The Crew in Miami, which I uploaded 6 years ago. Now, originally, I made this channel because I wanted something to put with my music production that I was doing at the time. And one of the things that I like to do was just cruise around on The Crew. And I used to make YouTube playlists of like basically road mixes. So I used to put a road mix on, like my selection for the week, and I used to put it out on my music website. And I used to have that video in the background as well. So because YouTube would strike you for having music in the background, I couldn't upload it in my video. I just made the playlist, and then you play both videos. You play my video, then you play the playlist at the same time, and you listen to what I listened as it happened. And that was the very first video I uploaded, was my music road mix with The Crew in the background. And then this is my music that I released, my EP. So I also made the channel to upload music, basically. So this is nothing to do with sim racing at all. I've got a video on how to operate a coffee vacuum machine, some more music. I did some ambient recordings here. So this is basically just location sound, because I went to the beach and I really liked it, and I took my mobile recorder with me, and I really enjoyed the sound of it. It was great, so I recorded it, and I've done that for a few other locations. Some more music, and this is 4 years ago. So this is where the sim racing starts. My first recording, Project Cars. This is when I first got my computer in Australia, because when I moved to Australia I didn't bring anything with me really. I didn't bring my computer, my steering wheel or anything. I got a new steering wheel, saved up to buy a new computer. That's when I first got my VR headset, and this is where it began. My first ever recording in Project Cars was the McLaren MP4 12C GT3 at Road America, and the reason I uploaded that was to send it to my dad. To basically, because me and my dad used to, you know, sim race, not together, but we used to, like, he'd play Gran Turismo, I'd do, you know, R Factor 1 and all that kind of thing, and we'd both, you know, follow each other's progress, and we both kind of just play Test Drive 2 together and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, I just uploaded this and sent it to my dad and say, hey, you know, check this out, it's VR, it's Project Cars, and have a look at this. And I just kind of did a few more, you know. I did McLaren again. What was that? That was at Barcelona. And then I did a McLaren race at Spa. And then did V8 Supercars. And then kind of just left it at that, really. I wasn't really uploading them for anyone. I wasn't really trying to make a channel. It was literally just, hey, here's some races. Enjoy them. And then other people started watching them. Other people started watching my videos. Other people started commenting. Completely unknown, random people I had no idea about. And it was like, who are you? How did you find this? And they said, hey, why don't you try R Factor 2? So I did. And you can see here I've got skippies. Excuse me. I did a heap of skippy races. Then I did some dirt rally. And I did some more R Factor 2 in the USF 2000. And look at this. Dirt rally, 82, 72 views, all that kind of stuff. R Factor 2 USF 2000, the car that was released at the time, 340 views, boom, just straight up. I mean, obviously this is like counting over 3 years now, but it's like people were interested, people were kind of commenting, people wanted to see this. And people started suggesting things to me. It's like, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? And bearing in mind, like, you know, I get went from like 20 to 30 subscribers. I might get a new subscriber, one new subscriber a week. And I was like, oh, I've got a new subscriber. Nice. And that was it, really. It just kind of wrote itself from there, you know? I started doing... This is actually the first video that I had a webcam. I did any commentary. So it wasn't until this one, 2 years ago, that I started doing webcam and commentary. Before that, it was literally just taken straight from the game with a SimHub overlay on top of it, you know? And it was like, yeah, it just kind of escalated since then, really. And then USF 2000s progressed into the McLaren pack. They released the James Hunt's McLaren, Mika Häkkinen's McLaren. And then it kind of progressed into, why don't you try the GT3s? Why don't you try the Enduros? And I did. And then 2 years ago, 100 subscribers, I did Formula 1 1998 Spa. And then it just kind of kept on going a bit, really. More R-Factor 2, more R-Factor 2. And then this one, 2 years ago, Race Room, for the first time. And that's when it really started to grow. And you can see, look, the views are starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger. 219, you know, 656. You've got all of this stuff now. I did some commentary for the VLMC. And then I released a Race Room video. A Race Room review video, which is up at 30,000 views nearly, which is one of my most popular videos. And that, at that point, I really thought, hey, people want to see stuff. And yeah, like I said, the rest right itself. Started racing online a bit more, found I was in Sim Racing. Yeah, I could spend ages on that, but I'm not going to because, yeah, we've not got much time left. How many hours do I have in Race Room, Mark P? Let me tell you, because I need to get back to some Discord questions. How many hours do I have in Race Room? I have... actually, switch it back to desktop mode again. Where are we? Don't know if you can see that. 875 hours in Race Room. But you want to know something really sad? I've got 1,236 in R-Factor 2. That's 1,236 hours I'm never going to get back. Anyway, let's switch it back to Q&A. Okay, Discord. What is the story behind the shoe in the background, Andreas? This is a custom-made shoe from Vietnam. Vietnam is super cheap for making stuff like this, and I always wanted some personal merch, I guess. So the shoe is made in DDF colors. It's got the orange. It's like a fake Converse. You can see with the stars underneath as well. I just really wanted to get that done, and I thought, you know, it'll make a nice background. The only reason I put it there is just because I think it might look nice. So that's that, really. Rookie numbers, Potato. Yes, that is true. Okay, back to Discord, because there's so many good questions on Discord. That's why I started the channel, to show my dad stuff, and then it kind of just progressed from there. One car, one track for the rest of your life, what would it be? Easy one, Sticky. Circuit Thermalito. Oh, come on. But one car? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. You can't make me pick one car. Maybe some kind of weird hybrid between a single-seater and a GTE, because I really like my Formula 3s and my Formula 2s, my Indy cars, but I also really like my long-distance racing, you know, where you can get into rhythm and you've got driver swaps and all that kind of stuff as well. I can't pick one car. I've been waiting for this question. Gentlemen, a short view back to the past. 2 years, 10 months, and 22 days ago, Daniel D. Finney told us, "Hello and welcome. My name is Daniel D. Finney, and today I'm going to be driving the USF 2000 car at Bathurst, one of my all-time favourite tracks." 2 years, 10 months, and 21 days later, Daniel D. Finney told us, "Hello and welcome. I'm DDF Racer, and today I'm at Circuit Thermalito." And Daniel D. Finney said that during the race. I don't remember what race. He will definitely bin it. Question for you, to both. Is DDF Racer today too complicated with 5,000 and more subscribers to satisfy? Are you too much under effort, under pressure? What are your wishes for the future concerning the channel? Less subscribers more? Or less and more communication with your wife and the rest of your family? That is possibly one of the best questions I've ever seen. If you don't get that reference, just look on YouTube for Less Buttons More F1 interview. Olaf. But to answer your question, what even is the question? I'm reading it again now, trying to work out what he's actually trying to ask. Is DDF Racer today too complicated with 5,000 more subscribers? Are you under much effort, under pressure? I don't feel like I'm under pressure. I don't feel like I'm under pressure at all. I don't feel like I am under too much effort because, like I said earlier in the stream, I absolutely love doing the channel work. But is it too complicated with more subscribers to satisfy? No, actually. More subscribers makes it easier. Because, you know, when you're in a crowd of like 2 or 3 people, it takes more effort to keep those... Can you repeat the question? Oh, I missed Nextmaster. Oh, I've completely missed that one. I forgot. That's what I should have said. No, it takes more effort to keep a small crowd happy than a bigger crowd. And I'm not saying I have big crowds, by no means at all, but they're bigger than they used to be. And when you have not many views and not many comments, like, I rely on you guys for inspiration. I rely on you guys to tell me if I'm doing something right or something wrong. If I make a video that's no good, it doesn't get as many likes as compared to the other ones, or you guys don't comment, or it doesn't really engage, people don't talk about it that much. But if I make a really good video, people actually message me and say to me, thank you for the video, I found it really useful, which again still blows my mind. So having more subscribers doesn't make things more complicated, because it's more people to get a reaction from and judge a reaction from, and more subscribers, it can be more demanding because there's more things that need to, oh, try Eurotruck, try BeamNG, try this in iRacing, try that in R-Factor, and I'm never going to get around to everything because there just isn't enough time. But to answer the second part of the question, I am actively spending more time with my wife after the wedding, because before the wedding I kind of got caught up in this routine of just channel, and when we got married and when we had a honeymoon and when we just traveled around Tasmania in a camper van for 2 weeks, it was amazing. I loved it, and I kind of lost track of what's important. So I am trying to find a bit more of a balance these days, which is why I'm down to 1 stream a week instead of 2. You know, Tuesday and Wednesday. And that's why I'm not doing as much iRacing or as many other videos, because, yeah, I just don't want to burn myself out. Oh, JT. I am not a Big Mac or a Whopper kind of guy at all. I'm a bacon double cheeseburger kind of guy. Alrighty, well that answers that one, Olaf. LPF, if I could have control over any kind of existing or not existing sport racing related, which one would you change? Changes can be anything from where they'd race, what cars should be, driving age, race format, or the broadcasting of the events themselves. That is a huge question. I'm going to need a drink for that. What would I change over an existing racing-related sport? I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. That's a horrible question, because you could change anything. It's so open-ended. I like Formula 1 the way it is. I like V8 supercars. V8 supercars with more manufacturers. No, Nextmaster. We have 1 minute 57 remaining, but I'm gonna finish the questions in Discord. V8 supercars with Volvo, with Mercedes, with Holden, with Ford, with everybody. Just, I would like to see a V8 supercar style series with the participation of a GT3 series with all the different manufacturers. If I could drive a season in real life, what would it be? Any season in real life. Ooh. I wouldn't mind giving Formula 4 a go. But I'd do like an international Formula 4. So I'd hop from championship to championship. So I'd do like, you know, Australian Formula 4, race at all the club level circuits over here, then go to Italian Formula 4. Nissan as well, JT, of course, Nissan. And then I'd go to American Formula 4, then, I don't know, all those kind of things. And race all the club level circuits in a Tartus, because I would love that. GCR driver. What is my car in real life? It's a Mazda 3, 2012. Grey. Okay. What is my favourite not famous circuit in Race Room? Well, technically by definition, aren't all circuits in Race Room famous? I guess. I do like the Swedish ones though. The Swedish ones are pretty good. So, and out of the Swedish ones, Knutstorp is pretty good, but Falkenberg is just an absolute blast. It really is. Who is my... actually, I've skipped a few questions there. Which racing sim do I personally like the most? And do you think it's actually the best regarding physics? Oh, that's a loaded question, that one. Okay. That's the end of the time, but I'm going to keep on going. Because there's just... Okay, let's give it another 20 minutes. Because there's so many questions still to go. There really is. Okay. There's another 20 minutes on the clock. I really need to get through Discord because you guys have taken the time to ask these. Which racing sim do I personally like the most? And do I think it's actually the best regarding physics, etc.? I personally really like Race Room, and that's probably an obvious answer. But is it the best regarding physics? I don't know. I've seen some amazing things from Ermin about BeamNG in the last few days, which really makes me want to go and give that a try at some point. Is it the best in terms of physics Race Room? They want to be the best in terms of physics. It's a tricky one, but I don't know. I don't know what would be the best in terms of physics. This could spark so much discussion. This could be 5,000 seconds just in itself, trying to go through each sim and trying to work out which one you think has the best physics. Without having the real life comparison, I'd only be guessing, and I don't think it'd be fair. But personally, which one do I like the most? Race Room, for sure. R-Factor 2 has some good physics, has some very good physics, but I think I've been burned by it because I've been racing an LMP2 for like 12 months and it's just awful. It just doesn't agree with me. Something about R-Factor 2 doesn't agree with me. Assetto Corsa is a lot of fun, but I think it's a bit too slidey. It you can save things a little bit too easily, but in terms of vintage cars and in terms of drift cars, amazing. Assetto Corsa Competizione, it's very plastic to me. Like, it's not bad. Like, for what it does, it's great, but I just don't get the same feeling. And all of this could probably change when I go from a... I keep hitting the mic. All of this could probably change when I go from a G29 to a CSL DD in a few months. I could completely change my list and be like, wow, R-Factor 2 is the best thing ever, or Assetto Corsa Competizione feels so much better now. It's just... yeah, I don't know. It's such a tricky question. Sean Patterson, what goes ha 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 plop? A clown on the toilet? I don't know. What kind of a question is that? I don't know, Sean. What goes ha 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 plop? Am I supposed to guess a punchline here? I don't know. I don't know. Potato! Who is my sim racing idol? Who is my sim racing idol? Well, the first sim racer I really followed on YouTube was Empty Box. Because before that, people only uploaded clips that were like 2 minutes long. We're going back to like 2012 here. We're going back to like 2012. People uploaded 2-minute clips, hot laps. They uploaded replays of this. There wasn't any sim racing content creators that specifically made sim racing content. There were, but they weren't like widespread. Empty Box is the first person that I can remember that uploaded full races, uncut, from his perspective, with commentary, where he told you what he was thinking about, where he told you what he was doing in the race, where he described the car, where he knew about the car, knew about the circuit, and was actually good at racing. And that is probably what inspired me to want to do sim racing in the first place on YouTube, because before that it was just a hobby. It was just something a bit of fun, you know? It was really enjoyable, but there wasn't anybody to make it engaging and put some narrative to it. Whereas Empty Box, oh man, I would binge watch his videos. I would wait for him to upload a new race, because you knew it was going to be good. Even if it wasn't a good race, you knew that you were going to be engaged for like 20-30 minutes. And this is back when YouTube, you didn't get videos that were more than 10 minutes. You had to be like a certified, approved anybody. Yeah, you had to be like a certified, approved channel to upload videos that were longer than 10 minutes and then 50. I mean, today you can upload videos that are like 10 hours long. But you got to remember, for all the young people in chat, back in the day, long videos didn't exist on YouTube. And here's this guy uploading full races. I was like, this is the best thing ever. You know? Like, content wasn't as easily available back then as it was now. And Empty Box was the first person to do that. So, he is my sim racing idol. Jimmy is obviously great in terms of getting people interested in sim racing. But in terms of inspiration for me, Empty Box, every day. And that is why he's my spotter. Wouter, do I prefer to do endurance racing, 2-hour races, or sprint races? I love them all, man. I wouldn't want to pick one and stick with it the entire time. What I will say, though, is I don't like to do endurance races all the time, because for an endurance race, the amount of practice and preparation and strategy that you have to put into it is just mental. It's very draining, especially when it doesn't go right. When you do a sprint race, if it goes wrong, you can kind of just forget about it after 15 minutes. You can reset, you can go again, all good. But with an endurance, that sticks with you, you know? That's like the week leading up to that event is like, it's all you think about, it's all you practice for, it's all you drive, it's all you want to focus on. And it kind of takes over, and if it doesn't go well, you kind of feel miserable for days, because it's like all that not wasted effort, but all that effort you put into it was kind of for nothing. So, as much as I do like doing enduros, I don't like doing them all the time. It's got to be special. How big is JB's butt? Well, you know, Bubble Johns, exactly how big JB's butt is, because you've seen it on stream so many times. It's huge. It's massive. It has prevented me from winning so many times. It has blocked the entire track. If you can block the entirety of the Hanger Straight at Silverstone, that's a pretty huge ass. How is life in Australia? Positive, negatives, would you do anything differently if I could? I love it over here, man. Donk, great question. I absolutely love it over here. The quality of life is better, the weather is better. The food is fresher, you earn more money, things cost less, but it doesn't have any of my friends and family that I grew up with. And it doesn't have good live music anyway. Like, nothing like the UK music scene, it's just doesn't have a patch on that. Culture, it's not got as much culture, you know? There's probably out there, but yeah, it doesn't have as much culture, and things are a lot further away. So, would I do anything differently about Australia if I could? I don't know. I like to think that everything has happened for a reason. Everything that I am today is because of what I've done in the past, and there's nothing I could have done differently, really. Like, if something's gone wrong in my life, it's guided me in a direction to move away from that in the future. You know, it happened to stop those things happening again. So, I don't know. And regarding the Aussie culture and the Aussie wildlife, it's not as bad as people make out. There's not snakes and spiders everywhere. I'm alive. I'm like the least, what's the word I'm trying to think of? The least threat conscious person there is out there. I'll just walk straight into a field full of snakes and be like, oh, and you know, someone will be like, don't do that, it's dangerous. It's like, oh, okay. I'm not very risk averse, and I'm still alive. I'm still here, you know, so it can't be that bad. I'm an idiot. Oh, Damo. Everyone's been waiting for this one. When can we expect baby DDF? The only reason Damo is asking that is so that he can't wait to beat 3 generations of Finny on the same track. Because obviously my dad races in Tuesday Thunder, I race in Tuesday Thunder, and when there's a baby DDF, it's going to be like, you know, grandfather, father, son, all in his trail, all in his dust behind him. I don't know, Damo. I don't know. I'll tell you when I find out, mate. Scrolling down. Okay, George. George. I have several questions, so sorry for breaking the rules. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'd love to hear about how you started sim racing, YouTube, Race Room, and Tuesday Thunder. Wow, we're going to need more time. Yeah, we're going to need more time and more whiskey, so let's get stuck into this. Absolutely delicious. Sim racing. How did I start sim racing? That was my dad. When I was like 6 or 7, we had a really old computer. I think it was an Amiga, I'm not sure. I'm sure you can remind me in chat. And it had Jeff Crumman's Grand Prix on it. The original sim racing title, based on the 1991 Formula 1 season, with drivers such as Carlos Sanchez, Helmut Becker. Obviously they didn't have the license for the real names, but fun fact, you can actually find all of the names from the original Jeff Crumman's Grand Prix, excuse me, as the AI names in the Formula 90 cars in Race Room. How much of a cool little nod to the past is that from Race Room? You know, they based the AI names off the fake AI names that Jeff Crumman used back in 1991. So good. But yeah, that's how I started. Me and my dad used to drive that all the time. That's what got me started in sim racing. I then progressed over to Formula 1 games, Formula 1 2002 by EA Games. And yeah, then progressed over to R-Factor 1. So that's my sim racing journey. YouTube, I've already discussed that one. Race Room. Why did I choose Race Room? I chose Race Room because I got fed up with R-Factor 2. Long story short. Long story short, I was fed up of constantly fixing R-Factor 2, constantly having things break, constantly having bad mod tracks or AI that wasn't configured. It just really frustrated me. I'd spend 2 hours setting up for a 20-minute video, and even then it would crap out on me. And there was a guy called New Old Stock, I think it was, New Old Stock Sim Racing, actually suggested in a comment, why don't you try Race Room? And I already had Race Room. I bought it when it first came out, like 4 or 5 years ago. Tried it, enjoyed it, but just kind of never went back to it for some reason. So I tried it again, absolutely loved it, and the rest is history. Excuse me. Why did I start, or how did I start Tuesday Thunder? Tuesday Thunder was directly after the Race Room December update from 2019. So not the most recent December, the one before that, 2019. That really boosted a lot of people onto the channel. A lot of people who'd never heard of me before came along and started posting and saying hi, because before that I'd just done 1 or 2 more races every now and then. Dasminator, yes, I will be doing iRacing. I've had to strip back my schedule because I went away and got married, had a honeymoon, and realised how much time I'd been putting into the channel, and it just wasn't sustainable. So I will be doing iRacing eventually, but I just don't know when. I don't know when, mate. Because, yeah, iRacing's not something you can just hop on and go straight into a race. You gotta practice, otherwise you're gonna crash, you're gonna spin, you're gonna take people out of the race, and you're gonna have very angry people. So if I'm gonna do iRacing, I want to do it properly. So, yeah, there is that. So I do want to do it again. I'll go back to it, mate. So Dasminator, iRacing will be happening again soon. Don't worry. Tuesday Thunder, yeah, the Tuesday Thunder video came out. The Race Room December 2019 video came out, and a guy called Heath from OzNZ Sim Racing messaged me and said, "Hey, I saw your video. I saw you based in Australia, and I saw you race against the AI. Do you want to come and try racing with us?" And that was that. My first race with OzNZ Sim Racing and Tuesday Thunder was WTCC 2014 cars at Zolder. Sticky was in that race, JB was in that race, Brody, Lockie. Lockie was actually the very first person that I got to know at OzNZ Sim Racing. He hung out with me on the server for like 2 or 3 days before that, and he kind of got me used to the car, got me used to the track, and really, you know, Lockie's a great guy. He's really friendly, really cool, and just had good times hanging out with him. He was good. And it was a great race, and that video is on YouTube. Go to my first online event with Race Room, or the first ever Tuesday, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the, have a search for it, guys. If you go in my Tuesday Thunder playlist, it should be the very first video. But yeah, that was a great race. I really enjoyed that. Okay, Wouter, what is my favourite corner on a racetrack, and with which car? And what is the same car with your least favourite corner? Okay, Thermalito. This corner you're looking at right here, whole corner, with the downhill. I designed it because I knew exactly what my favourite corner was. It needs to be fast, banked, with elevation change, few bumps and tricky. And yeah, that was that really. No, but apart from Thermalito bias and that's been happening in the whole stream, my favourite corner, I'm not sure. Let's break it down. I like a corner that is fast, that takes a lot of skill, that isn't flat out. You know, you got to kind of brake and launch in. You've got like confidence corners. I love confidence corners when you get the confidence right. Like corners that are flat out or near flat out if you know what you're doing. Like a lot of corners at Bathurst, between the walls, blind over crests. Absolutely love that. Because when you do learn it, when you do get there, it's so satisfying. But I don't think I can pick a favourite one. I really don't think I can pick a favourite one. And with the same car, I don't know. I don't know. Best sim accident from Rangy has to be the Formula 90s in Race Room during the Hot Lap Challenge. Because they were some spectacular bins. They were absolutely spectacular bins. Trying to drive a classic semi-classic Formula 1 car on a hill climb course. Flat out over bumps. It's just, no. It was never going to be. It was never going to be anything good was going to come from that. And that's probably one of the only times I've ever felt physically sick driving in VR, like for a long time at least anyway. Rolling and flipping through the air. Sky ground, sky ground, sky ground. Definitely one of my most spectacular sim racing accidents. No, the best sim racing accident was not Road America. That is probably one of my most gutting sim racing moments. With the hashtag too soon, as I'm sure you could do that. Now, getting the win taken away from me by JB's arse on the line at Road America after holding off Brody for 90 minutes in a Group C car. That is probably one of the most gutting moments. Also, in contention is my false start at Le Mans. Because, actually, no, is it really a sim racing moment? Because I didn't turn a lap. Practicing for weeks and weeks for the Le Mans 24 Hours with Speedymat in the LMP2, only to wake up in the morning and realise that the car isn't there. I just don't... I don't think that counts, because there's nothing I could have done about that, you know? It was incredibly gutting, but I don't think it counts, that one, but yeah. What's my proudest moment in sim racing? Brody. Oh, that's a good one. My proudest moment in sim racing. The Formula 90 win. The FRX 17 win at Shanghai has to be up there. Right at the start of lockdown, there was obviously all the Formula 1 events getting cancelled. Racestream put on a Chinese Grand Prix in the Formula 1 cars they've got. And I won, somehow, from, I think, third on the grid. I won that race by 20 seconds. Ahead of Kalen. Now, Kalen Chin is an alien. Kalen the alien. He is an incredibly fast go-karter who actually won a competition. I can't remember what the competition was, but the competition prize was a one-on-one race with Daniel Ricciardo. And he beat Daniel Ricciardo. And then DDF beat Kalen by 20 seconds in his own car. So that was probably my proudest moment in sim racing. But other moments have to be the Bathurst 12 Hour with Aidan Millward and Matt Webb. That was... Oh, time's up. No, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I've got so many more questions to go, but once we get to the end of Discord, I'm going to start wrapping it up, because these Discord questions are pretty good. No, Bathurst 12 Hours with Aidan Millward. Starting 47th, and then 12 hours later, finishing on the podium and getting that third place in the last, like, 10-15 minutes of the race. Staying up for 12 hours straight and streaming the whole thing. That was just mental. That was a very proud moment for me. To be able to keep it together for so long, and those stints that I drove, that for the 4 hours-ish that I drove in that race, driving the BMW M4 GT3 in iRacing at Bathurst and getting one incident point, I think it was, for the whole 4 hours that I drove, and being on the pace, not as fast as Matt, because Matt's just ridiculous, but being able to do that was just... I couldn't quite believe I'd done it, you know? I'd surprised myself. I didn't think I could do that. So yeah. Technically, yes, JT, I am faster than Daniel Ricciardo. Favourite music genre, artist, album and song? Very hard to narrow down, Olaf. Very hard to narrow down, because I like all sorts. But growing up, I was a big fan of the band Muse. I used to listen to Muse a lot. I used to learn all those songs to play on the guitar. And trust me, they're incredible. Some of them are incredibly difficult. Yet I persevered on and would say that wasn't too bad. But more recently, I like listening to all sorts. I hate narrowing it down, because with favourite bands and songs and music, if you have a favourite, you're gonna listen to them over and over and over and over again, to the point where they are no longer your favourite. You kind of wear them out, and I am so scared of finding a new favourite band and then hating them again a month later because I'm sick of their songs. You know, yeah, there are songs that you can listen to more than others, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to risk losing them. I want to keep that enjoyment. But Low Island is another band I've been listening to recently. John Hopkins has been a massive musical influence of mine for many years. Yeah, there's so many I could go through. I might share up my Spotify playlist on Discord later, just so you can see. System of a Down, yeah, I did listen to them actually. I went through a big, like, new metal phase, like Linkin Park. Linkin Park was the first ever CD I bought, Hybrid Theory. Bought it in Blackpool, actually. Yeah, but I also owned at the same time the soundtrack for Season 1 of CSI, not Miami, just normal CSI soundtrack, so yeah, some questionable musical tastes. Let's go back. Did I replace the cardboard box under my V3s? Vasenkari. Yes! I'm running a Simatech K2-R rig. Everything is bolted in place, everything is fantastic. That cardboard box only lasted a month after that video, so that's all good. Oh, thank you, Georg! Thank you, mate! Thank you very much, man. Congratulations to myself. Yeah, it's strange thinking 5k, but hey, I'm here hanging out and chat with all you guys, so let's have another drink. Okay, question from Max in chat. What do I miss the most about the UK after I moved to Australia, besides family and friends? Oh, you knew what I was going to say. You knew I was going to say family and friends. So what's the thing I miss most about the UK? And why is my answer the fact that not every animal tries to kill? I've already answered the animal question, Max. Not everything does try to kill you. Only most things try to kill you, not everything. There's a difference. Now, what do I miss the most about the UK? The local music scene. When I lived in Manchester, I could, on any night of the week, at pretty much any time, go into the city, go to one of 5 bars, and there'd be a band playing, and they'd be good. I miss that. I miss the music scene so much. I miss hanging around the music scene. I miss knowing people in bands, because that was a big part of my life in the UK. A very big part of my life in the UK. Up until 2 or 3 years ago, that's what I wanted to do. I saw myself as a music producer, as a composer, as an audio engineer. It's what I'd studied in uni, it's what I really enjoyed doing, it's everything that I had focused my life on doing. But it just never happened. And not for want of trying either. You know, for want of trying. I did several projects, which I'll go into in a little bit actually, because I know Sticky's got a question down there. But yeah, it just, yeah, I miss the music stuff. I really do miss that. I miss that scene, and having that direction in my life towards doing something in music as a professional. Yeah, I do miss that. I miss that feeling of, yeah, just, yeah, being in touch with music. Anyway, that is one thing, because it's not that there isn't any music over here in Australia, it's just a lot rarer, and there's a lot less variety, and it's just not as good. There's some very talented musicians, and there's some great local bands, but you might have to wait 4 weeks to see them, and they might play like an hour's drive away at a bar you've never been to, and it's going to cost you a lot of money to get there, and you can't drink, and yeah, anyway, yeah. Which racetrack was the rear view mirror used first, and why? Oh, that's... What do you reckon, chat? What's your best answer for this? I'm going to throw this one over to you. I'm going to break this down a bit. I'm going to say rear view mirrors would have only been used when people were coming up to lap them. So, I know that racetracks used to be very long when racing first started. I know that racetracks used to be several tens of kilometers long, and the rate of attrition at those racetracks was very high, so the chances of overtaking or lapping cars would be quite low. So I'm going to say a tight circuit is going to be the place where mirrors were first used or first put on the car, because people would need to be able to see behind them to either get out of the way or just have that spatial awareness. And also a place that isn't very wide, or just isn't very figure. I'm going to say Monaco. When was the first Monaco Grand Prix? I would say, not quite confidently, but I'd say that the first Monaco Grand Prix is when cars had mirrors fitted to them, because you would need them. You would need to have that awareness of what's happening behind you. That's my answer. That's my answer. What's a rearview mirror? But no, best suggestions in chat. I'm sure that Sean Patterson's going to watch this back later, because I think it's pretty early in Canada right now. I think it's like 4 in the morning. So he definitely won't be having a whiskey. Okay. Tobias, I've already answered that one. Birdie Boy, favourite car track combination, if one is difficult. You've been trying to ask this a few times in track. Birdie Boy 55, I think that's Paul Birtwistle. Favourite car track combinations. Oh, tricky. I find that I can enjoy pretty much anything after a while, but if I had to pick, I do enjoy GTE. I do enjoy the stability of a GTE, the flow that you get from a GTE. Like, not so much a GT3, they're sharper, they're a bit more nimble, but not as fast. A GTE is all about flow. I actually really enjoyed the BMW in R Factor 2, the BMW GTE. The big mate, I enjoyed driving that a lot. You can really get a lot of flow out of that car. I also really enjoy Formula 3s and Formula 2s. The Formula 3 at Zandvoort was an amazing combo earlier in the week. I really enjoyed that. But in terms of a favourite track, Macau is pretty good as well. I don't know. It's too hard. It's too difficult to even give you a few, Birdie Boy. Tall George. What are my most embarrassing moments in sim racing? Oh, which ones? The Accuso, sorry, let's go into the live chat for a second. The one car class brand you wish they will add to race room. I'm really looking forward to the new Formula Hybrid thing that's coming out. The new style Formula 1 car that Raceroom are working on. They teased it in the dev notes a month ago, and it looks really good. I'm really looking forward to seeing that being added to Raceroom. I don't know. I'm happy with whatever happens. But the thing is, I can go to Assetto Corsa now and drive things that don't exist in Raceroom and have just as much fun, if not more, because the VR is superb. Most embarrassing moments in sim racing definitely has to be crashing into JB at the line at Road America in the Group C. It has to be that one, most embarrassing. But also, who said Indy? Because that's a good reminder. Very, very important potato. Now, 8 hours of Indianapolis, looking at my pit menu on the monitor, or something like that, and missing my braking zone completely and wiping out Lucas 2 corners before I was due to come into the pits. If Lucas is in chat, I apologise incredibly for that, Lucas. That is one of the most embarrassing things in sim racing I've ever done. Have I run out of fuel? I don't think I've run out of fuel. It's the most embarrassing. Nothing springs to mind, George. Nothing really springs to mind apart from those two. What other embarrassing things have I done? I don't think I've taken anyone out of a race. I tell you what was pretty embarrassing. Driving the Corvette C7R, is it? I'm not sure. The old Corvette in R Factor 2. When I was invited into the race with Jan Magnussen and Dennis Lind and Mike Epps and Aidan Millwood and Lewis McGlade, the All-Stars race, I was invited to race in that. I sucked so bad in that car at that track. It was embarrassing, and I lost a lot of self-credibility that day. Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing as well. Okay, what is my favorite accent to do? Thank you, Potato, for posting this one in chat. Probably the only accent that I'm any good at is Scottish, I'd say. And I'm trying to think about it now because my speech hasn't been the best in this stream. It's got nothing to do with the beer and the whiskey. I'm thinking about if my Scottish would be absolutely terrible. I think it would, you know. It's one of those accents that you really have to try and start off right. And if you get it wrong, it's easy to keep on perpetuating that. Absolutely terrible. It's absolutely terrible, I told you. And it's embarrassing. And it's not great. And I don't know why I do it. It's more of a party trick these days. It's horrible Scottish. No, it's one of those things that you really have to be in the mood, but you have to talk about. Maybe I could do the next question in Scottish. What was your first gamer tag? In X2 or X3, how did you end up working for them? Have you looked into any other branches of video game sound design that catches your ear? Or was it a one-off? Also, what's the top place on Earth or space you want to visit? What was my first gamer tag? Woffin. WOFFIN. Woffin was an abbreviation of the band I was in when I was a teenager. It was Worn Out Face was the name of the band I was in. Nothing to do with Tears and Fears, Worn Out Faces. But it was, the name of the band I was in was Worn Out Face, WOF. And my name was Finney, so WOFFIN, Woffin. That's my first gamer tag, and that is something that I am actually still called on Steam today. I can't change it. I can't change my username on Steam to DDF Racer because it doesn't work. Woffin. Sticky. WOFFIN. Woffin. Alright, Afonso, look after yourself, mate. I'll see you again soon, alright? Bye-bye. That's my first gamer tag. Okay. In X2 or X3, how do you end up working? Okay, so fun fact. People may not know this, but I mentioned this earlier in the stream before. I used to do audio design and music work. All that kind of stuff. Compose music, write music, record it, produce it, play it. One of the projects that I had, I'll see if I can bring it up on the screen here. I used to write music for a German video game designer called Egosoft. Now you may know Egosoft as the game developers that brought the games like X Beyond the Frontier, X Tension, X2 The Threat to your screens. They also brought to you, so I can bring it up on screen here, X3 Terran Conflict and X Rebirth. And if you look in the credits, you'll find my name. You'll find my name in the credits because I wrote the music for it. Let's see if I can bring it up on SoundCloud very, very quickly here. Where is it now? If you go to my profile, there is a playlist here. You can find it there, X Rebirth OST. I'm not going to put it on in the background because I don't know if I'll get copyright strike for it, which would be ironic considering it's my own music. But yeah, that's all me. And I had the pleasure of working with a great guy, Alexei Zakharov. I don't know if he's watching right now or if he's around at the moment or if he will be around, but yeah. Alexei Zakharov is one of the most talented, incredibly he just has a touch for writing music for space games. It just sounds epic. He knows what he's doing. And he's made a career out of it, obviously. But yeah, that was my little claim to fame. X3, X3, Terran Conflict, and X Rebirth. Yours truly. So how, to go back to Sticky's questions, actually. Where's my Discord gone? How did I get involved with EgoSoft? I was a fanboy. Pure and simple, I was a fanboy. Basically, I used to play those games a lot when I was younger, and I had a lot of free time, and I used to write music, and there was a mod that was out for X3 before Terran Conflict came out, just standard X3, and I wrote some music and submitted it for the mod, and it got released in the mod. People downloaded the mod, and then the developers were like, this mod's actually really good. Maybe we're going to integrate it into the game. And they got in contact with the mod developers and said, hey, do you want to come and write some code for us? You want to come and help us out? We really like what you did. We want to take it on board. Is that cool? And they took the music on board as well. And it was only 2 or 3 tracks at the time. But EgoSoft reached out to me and said, do you want to write some music for us? You know, do you want to work alongside Alexei and do the soundtrack? It's like, are you kidding? Is this a legit email right here of the developers of my favorite game just got in contact with me and said, hey, do you want to come and work for us? Yes! Yes, of course I do. And that was that, really. That's how that worked. I just looked my way into it, just by putting my music in a mod that was released for the game. So that's that. That's how I got involved with EgoSoft. But the thing is, they took a long time to make X4. And I missed the boat with that one. They used Alexei exclusively for the music, and I'm not bothered by that. You know, he's a great guy. But yeah, that was X Rebirth was my last project for them, and I never really got any offers from anywhere else, and I never really went looking because I was more focused on my band at the time, Deafen the Creatures, that I was in with my best mate Kieran from Manchester, and we were focusing on writing music for that full time, and we managed to get on the BBC. You know, we managed to get onto BBC 6, I think it was, went down to London for an interview on the radio. We won a few awards and supported John Grant at the 100 Club in London. And yeah, it was great, and things were going good, but that just never worked out. And I kind of didn't pursue the video game soundtrack stuff for that reasons, because I was too busy focusing on the band. And I have no regrets, because I loved every second of that, you know? Would I do things differently? No. I got some of the best memories of my life in that band. Would I like to be doing audio production and soundtracks full-time now? Yes. But at the same time, if I was doing that, I don't think I'd be a YouTube sim racer. So everything works out, you know? It's like what I was saying before, everything works out for a reason, guys. You just gotta follow the path that life gives you and make the most of it. I should ask Race Room to make a soundtrack. I actually asked a PG question, folks, first thing to see it. Yeah, Sticky did ask a PG question. Good on you, mate. I should ask Race Room to make a soundtrack. Maybe I could. Maybe I could ask him. But the thing is, the ironic thing is, I actually have music turned off in Race Room, so I can edit the videos easier. I don't have the menu music turned on. Same for any game I record. Music gets turned off straight away. Hey, Christius, welcome to the stream. I think Sticky might be a little bit behind. I think he might be a little bit behind, actually. Let me just turn Discord off and message him, actually. He's like, we've only got 4 likes on the stream. You watching live? He must be watching live. No, he is watching live because he commented on my username. So he's going to be watching live. Anyway, turn Discord back on. Okay, so let's scroll back up again. I'm getting through questions. I'm almost getting there. I'm almost getting there. What's the top place on Earth space you want to visit? Well, I covered this earlier before in my travel. I really want to go to Canada. That's big on the list. I've been meaning to go to Canada since I was a teenager. Something about the place just appeals to me. And like log cabins, bears in the wilderness, you know, not quite winter, but just a little bit of snow. Timbits! Beaver tails, poutine, just treks in the woods. I don't know, and vibrant cities, but like lakes and all that stuff as well. It just appeals to me. It's something about Canada that just really appeals to me. But in space, now this is a funny one. This because Mrs. DDF is so anti-space. It's unbelievable. She's like, you know, every time I see an Elon Musk thing on YouTube, it's like, oh, they've got shuttles into space. You know, you'll be able to buy tickets in 5 or 10 years for like a moon flyby or whatever it is they're saying. I'm like, yeah, I want one of those. Mrs. DDF is like, there's no way you're going into space. I'm not going to let you. I'm like, why? It's not safe. Do you think it was safe when the first planes flew? I don't know. She's very, understandably, she's very protective of me. So, yeah, no, I really want to go into space, just any kind of space, because yeah, from my history with X2 and X3, the video games, Elite Dangerous, Kerbal Space Program, I am a bit of a space nut. I love it. It's one of my other interests is astronomy and space and the cosmos and all that kind of stuff. So I really want to do that. Mark Jones, what's the strongest swear word I've ever uttered? You aren't going to get a rise out of me that easy. Ed Engineer. Ed Engineer. How many CD DVDs can I balance on my nipples? Must be standing and only one ice cube to assist. I think I've got this. What I would do, right, I would get the ice cube and I'd sort of put it on my arm and I'd start melting it a bit, you know, so it's kind of like there's a little bit of water coming off it. I would then get the CDs and then I would put the water on the CD and try and stick them together with a bit of surface tension. And try and get as many CDs as possible stuck together before they started falling off. So I'm going to use as much surface tension. By that point, hopefully, there is enough ice cube left that I can make it as pointy as possible through the power of cold and ice, and then balance the CDs on top of them. I'm going to say 5. I'm going to say 5. I'm going to go with 5. That's my final answer, Ed. Next. Is sticky more... We're on a good run of questions here. Is sticky more than an adjective to you? Sticky's just a way of life. It's a mentality. It's just... Sticky's a philosophy. It's a frame of mind. Next! Would I like to do YouTube as a full-time job? How many... Okay, well, I've already answered the first part of that question, George. How many subscribers do I think I'd need to do that? If things on the channel scale the way they do at the moment, with 5,000 subscribers, then I can earn minimum, with the donations, with the advert revenue, which isn't much, with the channel membership, with the affiliate links from Fanatec. If everything scales, excuse me, the way it does at the moment, then I could maybe earn a minimum wage off the channel at 75,000. Maybe. But the thing is, right, and this is the dilemma. I can make more videos if I don't work, because I've got an extra 40 hours a week to play with, at least. not including travel time to and from work. At the moment, I maybe have 20 hours a week to do all my streams, to do all my practice. And it's just like, it's quite limited, especially in terms of having a social life and sleeping as well. If I didn't have my job, I could immediately double my production time and also have all the social life I want. But I need the money from my job to pay my bills and my rent, because it's not in the position I am. I'm not in a position at the moment to do that, you know. But it's going to come a point when it gets to like a flipping point of the channel. If it gets there, it may never get there, and it probably won't, because not many people ever do get there. But it may come a point on the channel where you got to take that leap, where you're at a point where you're kind of comfortable, you're earning below minimum wage just from the channel. Like at the moment, I'll be completely honest, it's incredibly supplementary what I get from YouTube and all the stuff surrounded by it. But yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. There'll be a time when there needs to be a leap of faith where you have to kind of just go, I believe in this, it's gonna work. And you can increase the video production, you can increase everything else, and with more videos comes more subscribers. Okay, break it down even further. My analytics tell me that the majority of my new subscribers come from videos about equipment and reviews. It's incredibly rare that people subscribe to me for racing. It's incredibly rare. The vast majority, race room review, G29 force feedback settings for race room, Fanatec pedal unboxing, Ansei 3D wheel unboxing. You know, that's the majority. Race room update videos. That is how people find the channel. But the thing is, once people watch those videos and find the channel, they stick around and watch Tuesday Thunder. They watch everything else that I do, the Enduros, they watch the Wednesday rank streams. They stick around and hang out, listen to me chat for 2 hours. Literally just chat for 2 hours while I have Thermalito running in the background, you know? But those people aren't there to watch that. And those people aren't there to generate advert money. And those people aren't there to, like, you know, keep the channel rolling if I don't do those videos. If I stop doing informational videos that are relevant, then new people don't find the channel as easily as they would do. Like, I'm not like Matt Malone, you know, where he just does racing. People subscribe to Matt because he churns out iRacing videos day in, day out, especially in the summer when he doesn't work as much. But yeah, it's thank you very much, Luke Salis. Thank you very much for the subscribe. Thank you, Luke. Yeah, just that's the strategy. That's how the channel is going to grow, and that's how it's going to become a full-time job, with informational videos that get people through the door, like driving tutorials, force feedback setup guides, reviews on games. Because if you don't have a game, if you don't have a piece of equipment, and you want to find out about it, what are you going to do? You're going to go on YouTube and you're going to look for it. You're going to try and find someone who has that game, who has that equipment, and you're going to put all of your trust and all of your faith in them to give you a good, honest review, because that will help you decide whether you want to purchase that and spend your money on it or not. And that's where views come from. That's where channel growth comes from. So, yeah, more of that, basically. More of that. That's how I need to do this as a full-time job. Next, Boggy. Do I have any pets? Which one and what do I do? Well, I've already answered the what I do for a living part, Boggy. But pets, no, I don't have any pets. Because I was living in a rental for a couple of years, which didn't allow pets, and it kind of gets out the habit of it. I used to have a cat in the UK, and then my sister got a bearded dragon, and still has a bearded dragon, which is a lot cuter than you'd think. But probably the pet that I spend the most amount of time with is Mrs. DDF's parents' dog. So the in-law dog, basically. Lily the Labradoodle. She was the ring bearer at the wedding. Actually, let me see. Do I have photos somewhere? I think I have a photo somewhere. Let me bring this up on screen. I know I said I wasn't gonna start going into personal details and the wedding day and all that kind of stuff, but I do want to share a photo with you actually of the wedding because it's incredibly cute. But yeah, Lydia the dog, she was our ring bearer and she was just incredibly cute. So let me just find this photo 1 second. Hey, bandit! Where is it? It's the thing. The wedding photographer sent me 800 photos, so it's taken a while to scroll through them. But I'm going to bring this up on screen. Don't worry, because yeah, I want to show you the dog that I spend the most time with. No, George. No, George. Right, here we go. I think I found it. Where is it? Not that one. Not that one. It's in here somewhere, up to photo 100 so far. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. She's here somewhere. Yeah, but Lily the Labradoodle. She's 12 years old, I think. Is it this one? Yeah, here we go. Alright. Let me just switch this over to desktop mode. And share that with you. There she is. There's Lily the Labradoodle. Isn't she absolutely gorgeous? What a good looking doggo. Ah, I love it to bits. And that's Mrs. DDF as well, and myself on the wedding day. But that's yeah, that's the pet. That's Lily the dog. That's Lily the dog. I haven't got a picture of the bearded dragon Pokersmith, unfortunately, because my sister is in the UK and I'm in Australia. I can't go and show you anything. Right, switch it back to Q&A session. Here we go. Where's my chat gone? Where's my Discord gone? Where are my keys? Where my phone? Okay, so we're getting to the point now where we're getting towards the end. Describe my dream rig. I'm kind of there, you know. I'm very happy with Logitech. Ed Engineer has made a custom button box with me, for me. It's incredible. Fanatec shifter, HOTAS, V3 pedals, which are amazing. Yeah, I'm going to be getting a CSL DD soon. I've got my VR. I don't really ask for much. I just, when things break, I replace them with something better, I guess. But I don't really want for much. It's the G29 does great, actually. Yeah, dream rig. If I had unlimited amount of money, Huskenvelt pedals, a DD2, top of the range Pixmax. Is it Pixmax? Pixmax? One of the 8K VR headsets, and motion rig with fans and the works. You know, I'd go for everything. If I had the money, I would go for everything. But realistically, yeah, this is great. This is absolutely great. Did I solve the Rubik's Cube? The OCD got triggered. Just want to solve it. I did, actually. I don't know where the Rubik's Cube has gone to these days. But I can actually solve a Rubik's Cube. I haven't done it for a few years, but the story behind the Rubik's Cube is when I used to be in the band with back in the UK, you know, we'd be on stage doing our sound check, we'd be on stage playing, and we had a sound guy that came around with us, Mark, his name was, and he would stand at the sound desk, he'd mix our stuff, he'd get it right, and then he'd sit back, and we'd do our stuff on stage. We'd play, we'd do all the tunes. Everyone would be watching us. But people always seemed to eventually walk over to the sound desk and, like, hang around the sound guy. And it was like, what the hell is going on? Especially in sound check. People didn't want to watch the band. People were, like, watching this guy. And he's there with a Rubik's Cube. You know, he's there, like, 60 seconds, boom, solved. And he gets it down to, like, 40 seconds as well, boom, solved. Sorry, Mark Montgomery. Probably not triples, mate. I love VR too much. I don't think I could go back to screens. I'm VR for life, mate. That's me. But yeah, anyway, this sound guy with the Rubik's Cube, all the girls used to just be interested in what he was doing. So I was like, I'm going to learn that. This is before I met Mrs. DDF. I'm going to learn the Rubik's Cube because it just looks cool. And, you know, he'd show me all the, you know, all how to do it like layer by layer, basically. And yeah, I eventually learned. And yeah, I think my best time was like 40 seconds or something like that. But I tried to do it recently. I tried to do it, and I can do the first 2 layers. But the top layer, there's one step where you flip the corners around. I've forgotten what it is. It's a certain sequence that you have to do, like left, down, up, like left, down, rotate, rotate, up, rotate, rotate, down, rotate. It's some combination of flipping the corners around. I just can't remember. And I don't want to research it. I don't want to Google it and find out. I want to try and remember it myself. But I just kind of got bored with that, and yeah. Anyway, next! What question that no one has asked would you really like to answer? That's a really good question. That's basically just saying, tell us about anything. I'll come back to that one later because I know that we're running massively over time right now. Spark shot. Could you do a video where all of your inputs are inverted? Turn right to go left. Oh, I like this. Turn right to go left. Brake pedal accelerates the car. Shifting up actually down. I'm gonna do that. That makes such a good video. Okay, so you'd actually steer. Okay. I'm gonna spark shot. You know what? Give that a love, because that will make an amazing video. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Yes, I will. To answer your question, yes. Afonso, if I lost my YouTube account, would I stop recording or would I create another? I would definitely create another account. Suggestions in chat for what it could be called. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to use the DDF Racer name, but yeah, suggestions in chat if I had another channel. But no, I've come too far now. I'm too committed to the cause of doing sim racing on YouTube. There's no way I could do Tuesday Thunder without showing you guys. So no, if I lost my channel, 100% straight back on it again. What would I rather be or a wasp? I haven't heard that question for so many years. Thank you, Dad. I'm gonna sip some very nice robust porter. Will you be taking questions during the live? Yes. Okay, I've already answered that one. Where do my tactical nuclear pingo? Theodore. Where do my loyalties lie in the cricket and the rugby? Nowhere particularly. I don't really follow cricket. I never got into it. Just not my thing, really. Rugby, however, growing up in Widnes in the northwest of the UK, going to Widnes Viking Stadium, that never leaves you. Rugby league never leaves you. So I guess rugby, I don't support a team, but rugby league over rugby union for sure. I'd like to go and watch Brisbane someday. I haven't watched that. I've watched the AFL, but I haven't watched the rugby league. I've been to that live at the Gabba. That was epic experience. But yeah, Widnes Vikings for life. What racetracks have I visited and which one is my favourite? That's Aurora. My first ever race that I went to was the Formula 1 at Silverstone in 2008. The one where Lewis Hamilton won in the wet. I had tickets for the seats directly opposite the podium. That was an epic day. I absolutely loved that. That was so good. Being able to watch the podium celebrations, being absolutely soaked through in the rain, looking at the TV screen and howling in laughter every time Felipe Massa spun. I think it was like 7 spins he had that day. It's just it just became such a meme, you know, that this was like, oh, he's spun it again, Massa's spun it again, and everyone just burst out laughing. Not maliciously at Felipe Massa, just because it was hilarious that someone could be so bad. Yeah, but that was my first experience. I then visited Silverstone in 2009 for the practice session when Brawn GP were a thing. 2012, I was there at Maggots and Beckett's before... When was it? It was when Webber and Vettel were there, and one of them got a puncture on the first lap. Was it Webber or was it Vettel? They got a puncture. Was it? No, it was Vettel. That was not bad for a number 2 driver. That was that one. I think I was there. Yeah, I was there for that one. And then Vettel went boom, straight across the runoff in front of me. That was good. That was epic. And then, yeah, 2014, I was there on the Kemmel Straight, at the end of the Kemmel Straight, for when Hamilton and Rosberg came together. And Daniel Ricciardo went to win in the Red Bull. That was also the incredibly stinky Fiat 500 camping trip. Because, yeah, flew into Amsterdam, got the Fiat 500, and thought, because we got EasyJet flights, you know, you can't take baggage on EasyJet. We thought, oh, we'll get a tent in Amsterdam. Proceeded not to get a tent in Amsterdam. There'll be a camping shop on the way to Belgium somewhere. Couldn't find a single camping shop anywhere. And yeah, it ended up, oh, we're at Spa already. Okay. Let's just do it. Let's just camp in the car. I proceeded to go straight to the campsite, surrounded by very drunk Germans with fires and oil barrels, fireworks going off, Eurobeat, 24/7, barbecues, just pandemonium, it really was. And they've got all the semi-trailers and the proper camping gear, the RVs and the trucks. And there's me and Peyton in the Fiat 500 with a whole heap of like salamis and cheeses, which we thought would be a good food to keep us, you know, something nutritious and not stinky at all. Yeah, camped in the car for 3 days, basically, in the rain, in the cold, and it was such a great race. It really was a great race, but boy was I glad to get a shower when I got back to Amsterdam. And then I went to Surfers Paradise a few years ago as well. Are there any plans for my parents to visit Australia with a taped controller in the luggage so we can finally watch a stream with you and your dad driving side by side? Yes. 100% yes. There were plans for them to come over, because I was originally meant to get married last April. Not May just gone, like 15 months ago almost. Yeah, and it never happened, obviously, due to COVID, and they couldn't make it for this one either. But as soon as there is travel to Australia, because we are incredibly strict at the moment, as soon as there is more travel to Australia, they'll be over as soon as possible. And, yeah, I might do like a mini endurance race with my dad, kind of hot seat on the rig. Or but I really want to do a video with my dad. That'd be epic. I'd be absolutely epic. Excuse me. We're almost getting to the end of Discord now. Welcome back, Paul Kirkby. We are almost getting to the end of Discord. I wonder if I should ask Dan if he can tolerate anime, manga, rather like or dislike, and if I had a favourite in the past. It's never been something that I've been able to get into. It just doesn't appeal to me. It just doesn't, I just don't get it. My sister used to watch like a lot of Pokemon, Card Captors, Digimon when she was growing up, and I used to watch it. It used to be on. I used to like passively watch it when I was, I don't know, writing music or something. I don't know, when I was younger, just hanging out as a kid. I used to watch it, but it wouldn't be something that I would be, oh, let's watch some anime. It just. And I'm so sorry to the people in chat who do like it and do obsess over it, but I just don't. I don't get it. It's just not for me. Motorcycles, for, against, indifferent. Sean Patterson. I'd never driven a bike. I've never ridden on a bike before, at all, until I went to Vietnam a couple of years ago for a holiday, and I had one of the best experiences of my life. Absolutely incredible experiences. We had to go from where was it now? Hanoi to Hue. And the best way to go was on the back of a bike. I'm going to see if I can find the video. Yes! Here it is. Let me pause that video. There is a video here for you guys. And not many people have seen this. It's only got 148 views. There it is. Posted September the 3rd, 2019. I went to Vietnam and did a motorcycle tour. Have a watch of this. I'm going to post it on my Discord. Actually, I'm going to post it at the bottom of Q&A for anyone who is interested in that. Go and have a watch of that later. That, Sean Patterson, is my experience on a motorcycle. My only experience on a motorcycle, and it was absolutely amazing. I don't want to tell you much more than that. I don't want to give any details away, but no, that was good. That was awesome. That was thoroughly enjoyable. Anyway, let's go back to the questions. Where were we? Sean Patterson. Which billionaire tycoons should reach space first, and which one will? Elon Musk. The guy can launch a Tesla into space. His own personal Tesla into space. If he doesn't get to the moon, if he doesn't go into space first, there's something seriously wrong. When you think of space projects, when you think of that kind of thing, initially it was Richard Branson, but that kind of fell through with the Virgin Galactic project. I don't know what's going on with that these days. And then, you know, Jeff Bezos, whatever his name is, he's kind of up there as well. But Elon Musk, the guy's just insane. Felix Baumgartner got pretty close though. What's the next channel goal? Feature or channel content? I think I've already gone through that previously. But the next channel goal is to do more videos that are informational and do more helpful stuff, as opposed to just knocking out races every day and every week. Informational videos, that's the future for the channel. Goals? I don't want to set any goals. I just want to take it as it comes, because I don't like to set targets and then be disappointed by them. I'd rather go into it having no expectations and be pleasantly surprised. How do I manage to do 2-hour races in VR? Quite easily, actually. I've never had a problem with it. It does get very sweaty, it does get very warm, and it does get very tiring on the eyes, but to be honest with you, I kind of... Mrs. DDF said this to me as well. I'm athermic, which means it can be extremely cold, excuse me, or it can be extremely warm, and it makes no difference to me. I kind of just am neutral, you know. I don't really feel temperature too much, so having a VR headset on for 2 hours doesn't really bother me, but I know that some people are quite temperature sensitive. Just take breaks, and if it gets too much, just build up gradually, I guess. That's the way I do it. When will we see Mrs. DDF with the VR goggles on? I've been trying. I always ask. I always say, hey, there's an army of fans out there who'd love to see you on YouTube. And she says, maybe. Someday. I don't know. I'm trying, guys. I am trying. And I'll try and make it happen as soon as I can, but, you know, it's gotta be natural. I don't want to force a video out of her, because then it's just like, it's not her. Mrs. DDF is hilarious. She's one of the funniest people I've ever met. She's got a great personality, sassy personality, straight talker, and just hilarious. Like when we watched the Formula 1 together, she just says some crack up things, like, you know, just the comments that she makes. I wish I could record it and just show you guys secretly one day, but I'd probably get in trouble for that. But no, just as soon as JMNL. Mark Jones, will I ever go back to Le Mans? 100% yes. I will definitely be going back to Le Mans, mate. I have unfinished business there. Have a good day and see you later on the streams. You too, Paul. Merline van Utegem, the guy that I yeeted in the Formula 4 at Suzuka. What do I think is the best gaming PC for around 1,000 euros? I'm looking to upgrade from a laptop. Oh man, that's tricky. Because I don't really buy that much hardware. I don't I'm not a hard work kind of guy. Like, I've been running the same wheel for 5 years. The pedals came through the channel. The button box was made and sent to me. The HOTAS is something I've had for many years as well. The VR headset is something I've had for... Like, this is all patched together stuff, really. I don't know what the market's like out there. I don't know what gear is like. And I wish I knew better, because then I could give more information to people. I wish I was able to provide answers to these kind of questions, because I feel like I'm woefully lacking as a representative of sim racing by not being able to tell you what the best rig for €1,000 is. Tobias, most memorable moment in Tuesday Thunder. I'm going to need a drink while I think about this one. There's too many. There's too many, there really is. Maybe the most memorable. Matt Lodge, thank you for the reminder. 100% yes. Yes. The two people haven't come forward and claimed the VRP prizes from the Wednesday stream, so I will re-roll them at the end. I'll start the giveaway at the end. Most memorable Tuesday Thunder. Most recent memorable Tuesday Thunder moment has to be the Formula 4 at Indy. The start from the back, come through to win, whilst wearing a shirt and tie, after opening the surprise package that you guys got me. That has to be an incredibly memorable Tuesday Thunder moment, if not the most memorable. But other than that, maybe not the most pleasant, but when JB... We went through a phase in Tuesday Thunder where we had a lot of young people racing with us. And it got to the point where they would take over the voice chat and they would be very rowdy, very disruptive, and they just wouldn't listen. And they kind of got to the point where it was like we couldn't hear what was going on in the race. JB was trying to tell people, hey, you know, we need to do this, we need to pick a car, or we need to, you know, restart this or restart that or something. And he couldn't get that point across on chat. And he just flipped. JB just lost his cool and just just unleashed on chat. And I know that Sticky has got that on his soundboard, and I'll try and find the clip and I'll try and post it for you guys. But that was an incredibly memorable moment, because the room went silent apart from these kids. They just kept on talking, which obviously didn't help, but everybody was just like, oh, this is serious. And that moment was incredibly awkward as a streamer, because you've got someone laying down the law, you're trying to be happy and positive and promote this kind of, you know, friendly and entertaining environment. And then you've got JB basically screaming at a bunch of kids in the background, going, shut the F up. And it was just one of those moments that everything just stopped. Everything just paused. Time just stood still for a moment. It was like, what do I do next? What do I say now? Oh, so that was definitely a memorable... It wasn't a good memorable moment, but it was a very memorable moment. Norway Nick, do I think... Oh, that is a great question. I'm going to have to get a controller and find out. Do I think I could beat my dad on a controller? I don't know. I don't think I can, because my dad is incredibly good on a controller. Oh, okay. Right. That's another idea for a video right there. That is another idea for a video right there. no way, Nick. Do I think I can beat my dad on a controller? Let's find out. Let's have a DDF versus DDF dad challenge. I'm going to find a controller. I'm going to try and learn Race Room. Should I do it in VR? Or should I do it on a monitor? Excuse me. Excuse me again. Do I think... There is a distinction between those two, Das. Do I think I can beat my dad with a controller? I am not one for physical violence, so no. Sticky, whiskey or scotch? Is this whiskey or scotch? I can't remember, but I've got the hiccups now. That's not good. Scotch. Definitely scotch. Bence, have I played Kerbal Space Program? If so, how is the most ridiculous ship you've made? Bence, let me just show you something very quickly, right? I haven't got it installed right now, but I've got 294 hours in Kerbal Space Program. It's not massive, but it's not insignificant. I do love me some Kerbals. I spent a lot of time in Kerbals. I don't have any screenshots or videos saved on this. I don't have any record because it's a new install. It's all on my old one. But I used to like space planes. I used to spend so much time making space planes, Bence, and that was my thing. Sean Patterson. Sean Patterson is just in time. Welcome, Sean. Am I out of questions? Do you know what? I think I am. Believe it or not, I think I've made it to the end of... I think I've made it to the end of... Is that Discord? Yeah, I've made it to the end of Discord, guys. How's that happened? Mental. Absolutely mental. So let me just get rid of that Discord screen so you can see Thermalito in the background as the sun is starting to come up. Let me just move that around a bit so you can see. There it is. There's the sun coming up there. Let's find another angle of Thermalito, actually. Let's go flying over here. Let's have a look from the other way. Let's have a look from the water. Because the sun is... Yep, there it is. The sun's starting to come up now. And by the way, if you type into the chat !Thermalito, you'll be able to get a download link for it for Assetto Corsa. There we go. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. Right. Ripper253, how's that happened? By going an hour over time. Okay, let's catch up with chat again then. Time does fly when you play Kerbals. The Accuso, on a less Q&A-like note, since I'm planning on upgrading from my old trusty GT driving force, do you reckon it's okay to buy a used wheel? Be very careful when you buy a used wheel, because you do not know what condition it's in. It's always better to buy used gear from someone you know, if possible, because they can vouch for it, you know? They can vouch for it. Whereas if you buy... Because I suffered this problem as well. When my G27 broke, I purchased a G27 off someone, like a second-hand one, and the motor was burnt out. And there was nothing I could do, you know? There was I mean, well, I mean, to say it's burnt out. I used it for like a week, and then smoke started coming out of it. It was like, I don't think it's meant to do that. So, yeah. 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 Always buy used gear off someone you know, if you can. Matt Lodge completed Discord trophy time. Actually, Matt Lodge, that reminds me. Giveaways. I have... It's hit and miss, Mark Jones. It's very hit and miss, Mark Jones. It could be good, it could be bad, but just be very, very careful of what you buy. Make sure you read the description carefully, and if you have any bad feelings about buying used gear, get out of it. because it may not be in great condition, you just don't know. But what Matt Lodge reminded me of before, is this a giveaway? So on Wednesday, Captain Coffee from Racestream very kindly donated 3 giveaway codes for VRP, and only one person came forward and claimed it, to be honest with you. Oh, actually, Scotty G has a question for me. Scotty G's messaged me on Discord. Scotty G has a message me on Discord. What kind of terrible snack food do you have 0 willpower against? Well, I'm 0 willpower. I love savoury snacks. I like chips, crisps, for the UK people, who I should still call crisps. I like savoury stuff. I could easily eat a full bag, a family bag, and not even breathe. Just inhale them. But it has to be terrible for you. Ooh. I like deep fried stuff. Deep fried Mars bar from when I spent time in Scotland, or deep fried pizza sounds disgusting. No, actually, Scotty G, I've just remembered the answer. I'm going to start the giveaway very quickly. Sorry. The giveaway is started. If you want to be in with the chance of winning one of 2 Race Room redeem codes for 500 VRP, they were meant to be claimed on Wednesday, and they haven't commented, they haven't mentioned, they haven't followed up on Discord. They entered the giveaway, and that was as far as it went. Exclamation mark code should now start working, so make sure you get yourself in that. I'll draw that in a few minutes, so don't wait. Get in if you want to win 500 VRP, basically. But to answer your question, Scotty G, deep fried haggis has to be the most delicious yet horribly bad for you thing I've ever eaten in my life. Kiralee, I haven't actually had the pizza yet. I was saving it for the stream, but it turns out that I've still got a little bit of whiskey left, and I was going to use the pizza as like an emergency sponge, but I never got around to it. I hope you're keeping well. Great night last night, by the way, Kiralee. Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope you guys got home safe and sound, hey? Big shout out to Kiralee, by the way. She was the MC at my wedding. Absolute legend. But yeah, deep fried haggis. Deep fried haggis is the most delicious yet utterly disgusting thing that you could possibly imagine. Yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm not going to down that, Nick. I'm going to have a little sip, mate. And I think I'm all up on the questions. I think I am actually up to date with all the questions. I think have I missed any more? Let's have a look on Discord one more time. Paul Kirby has gotten there. He just wants to make this longer. If I could redo any time, what would it be? That's a good one. That's a good one. When you say redo any time, Paul, do you mean do it again? Like as in relive that moment again? Or do you mean redo as in change it so I did something differently? What do you mean by redo? Nick De Silva, do I actually like chairs? Or am I just scamming you? No! I'm not scamming you, mate. And they weren't even my chairs. They were my mother-in-law's chairs in the background. And it was one picture. It was one picture. I sent you a selfie from the place where I used to live. And it happened, admittedly, in that one shot, there were maybe like 14 chairs in the background. But that was the lounge room. That was the sofa. It was the lounge room, the dining room, and the kitchen all had a full set of table and chairs for 6 people. It was technically under-chaired, mate. Come on, Nick. Thank you very much for the subscribe, Sebastio Souza. Thank you. Love your work. Paul Kirby, both. Come on, Dad. Can't take you anywhere. Come on. Was the dress blue or gold? Yeah, I knew Tobias would be that facepalm. Was the dress blue or gold? Definitely gold. People who thought it was blue. I questioned you. Okay, so Paul wants me to do that question both ways. If I could redo something, as in change it and make it different, or if I could relive something, what would I do? Okay. I'm not one for regrets, so I'll answer the second part of that question first. If I could relive any time again, I would absolutely love to go back to being in a band in the UK. Being able to write music with my best mates in the UK. Being able to just hang out with Kez and Peyton and Eddie and everybody in Manchester and do nothing all day, all weekend, apart from load up the laptop, put some football on, maybe watch some shows, listen to music, write music, and just have instant noodles. And just on tortilla wraps and baked beans. Just simpler times, you know? Much simpler, much more basic time. I would love to relive that time of my life again. Because I don't think I fully appreciated how good it was at the time. Because I felt lazy. I felt like a slob. I felt like I wasn't doing anything with my life. Like I was just, you know, just getting a job that made ends meet, you know? And just, yeah. It felt like I was going nowhere and doing nothing, but looking back at it now, it was the most chill, the most just great. Oh, I loved it. I really did. It's, yeah, just nostalgic. You just didn't realize it. I just didn't. It's not so much that I want to go back and eat instant noodles next master. It's not so much that I want to go back and live that diet again and live that life again. But just that feeling of just being utterly in the moment, you know, and not having to worry. Like, being old enough that you're an adult and being able to know what's going on, but also that you don't have all of the responsibilities and the worries that go along with it, you know? Just kind of the innocence of youth. I'd like to go back and live that part of my life again and just enjoy it more. And if I could change something, if I could go back and change something in my life, I would. I don't know. Butterfly effect with this one. I don't want to. If I could change something in my life, it would probably completely. It would probably just completely change where I've ended up. You know? It would probably change the path completely. It'd just have a knock-on effect where it doesn't. Yeah. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one, Paul. I'll message you on that one. And that's the rest of the questions on Discord. I didn't intentionally take away gifts, Nick. James Tumulty, thank you so much, man. James Tumulty, I hope you're doing alright, mate. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're keeping well. Hope your channel's going well. Hopefully I see you on track soon as well. But if I had an unlimited budget, which car would I really like to own? Growing up, I always wanted to own an Audi R8. Something about it. I don't know why. Something about it. Just the V12 version. Or was it the V10? Yeah. I was obsessed with that car when I was younger. So I probably would get that, but I think that... I wouldn't mind having just a ridiculous, like, track day car, but like some kind of single-seater. If I could own like a Formula 3 car that I could take to a track, not use every day. If I could own a Formula 3 and say once a month, take it down to a local raceway and just blast the hell out of it for half an hour, that would be awesome. I'd love to do that. And yes, it would be bright orange. Nextmaster, I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't change that experience for a thing in the world, because if I'd have won at Road America, we wouldn't be talking about it now. It wouldn't be just another win. As much as I like to win races and I like to, you know, beat the competition and beat Brody and, you know, not crash into JB after 90 minutes of manually shifting a Group C car on Road America, as much as I like to do that, I also like the entertainment value of the channel. Like, you guys don't want to see me just win from the front every race. You want to be entertained. You want to have funny stuff. You want to have entertaining stuff. And I honestly believe that that is one of the most cursed yet most hilarious moments on the channel. For you viewers, that is an iconic DDF moment of me binning it on the line and losing the win. Literally on the line and losing the win. Like, it's fantastic. I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't go back and change it, because then it'd just be another win that no one remembers, you know? Code 81, yes. That's the wheel I'm getting with my CSL DD. There we go. That's what I'm getting. CSL DD. It's got the endurance module and the paddle pack as well. So that's that. With the quick release on the podium. Favourite fruit, Sean Patterson, is a custard apple, by far. Custard apple, hands down. Something I'd never even heard of before I came to Australia, but I am obsessed with them now. Love them. Yeah, JB felt awful. And you know what, Voshul, you bring up a very good point. There were people in chat at the end of that race who weren't hostile towards JB. Like, they didn't mean anything maliciously, but there were a few things that were said in chat towards JB that weren't super nice, and I think he didn't really take that too well. Like, he wasn't too bothered by it, but the fact that people would, you know, say it was his fault when it clearly wasn't, that really got to me, because JB is one of the nicest guys I've ever met, one of the best guys I've raced against, and yeah, I thought that was a bit off that some people would... I know that people support me, and I know that people like the races that I do. I know that people are very, you know, passionate, and, you know, the DDF fan base and all that kind of stuff when I'm going racing, and they want to see me win, but not at the expense of other competitors. You know, I don't like that. I don't like when people are unfair to my competition. Nextmaster, it's got a double clutch system, but you can use it for brakes and accelerations. Harry, thank you, mate. I deserve more followers. More followers would be nice, but I'm very happy for all of the support that I've had so far, and yeah, I can't thank you guys enough. To even get to this point is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. I'm incredibly grateful. I think we're out of Discord questions. Yeah, I'm going to go and hide Discord now. That's that. If we drop below 5k subs and regain it, will I redo the Q&A session? If you guys can think of another set of questions that'll last another... What? It's not 5,000 seconds. Actually, do you know what? We started this around about 8:20. So 8:20... We're coming up to nearly 3 hours of this now, so let me just work this out, okay? How far have I gone over? So 3 hours times 6 is 880 minutes times by 60. That's how many seconds. We've been going for like 10,000 seconds, guys. We've more than doubled this. So 10,000k subscribers, 10k subscribers confirmed for next week. That's the way it works. I think we're all out. I think I'm going to call it, you know. I think I'm going to call it. I think I'm going to call the Q&A session. Last chance. Last chance. Any more questions? I'm going to have a little bit more whiskey. And then I am going to end with the giveaway. So any more questions, guys, get them in chat. I'm going to start rolling the music in the background. Where are we? There we go. There we go. And by the way, if you guys are enjoying the music, there is a link in the description. And I can also post it in chat right now. ! Music. Oh, actually, guys, you know what? I want to show you something. Octane Online Racing. Why am I so beautiful, mate? I'll tell you why I'm so beautiful. It's because this jumper's from Tassie. I can thank Tasmania entirely for all of my beauty. Because most of my clothes are from Tassie, from op shops when I went there on holiday recently. Okay, I want to show you something very quickly, by the way, guys. On Circuit Thermalito, the original that I designed in our Factor 1, you can see it here. We're going down the Smith Straight, and normally you would turn left at Binsbergen Corner, right here. However, there's an exit road here, which has been in since the very first our Factor 1 days. And they kept it in the conversion. You can't drive here because the wall is solid. In our Factor 1 and Automobilista 1, in the conversion, it was absolutely... you could drive through the wall and get here. But in the Assetto Corsa version, which I've had on the screen, you can't do that. You can't drive through it, but you can still free cam it there. So I can't believe I've finally given the secret away, guys. The Easter egg is now out for everybody to see. It exists. It absolutely exists. By the way, Mullock, if you're still there in chat, Mr. OOR, there... oh, hang on. Oh, there is. I will be coming back and doing more Enduros in the future. I've just been out of it for a while because I've been out of ACC for a while. No particular reason. I just never came back after the 9 hours of Kyalami because I think I was just a bit burned out by it, really. But I will be coming back in the future. There are 2 DDF teams in the Paul Ricard race. I will not be driving, but Sticky, the wonderful community manager, has put together 2 teams, and I wish them all the best at Paul Ricard in a couple of weeks' time. I will be joining at some point in the future. I've got a new rig with a 3080, which is better, but still not great at ACC and VR, so I will be going back to that in the future. So that answers your question as well, by the way. Harry0210. Yeah, I will be coming back to ACC eventually. Okay, there's some more questions in chat here. Will I win the giveaway? I don't know, Next Master, but we'll find out very quickly. Will I give AC multiplayer system a shot? Race U? 100% yes. I've heard so many good things about Race U. I want to give it a go soon. Very soon, actually. Bence, last question. Yes or no? And why? Yes or no, and why? I'd have to say yes. Why? You gotta be positive. Taz Productions indeed. Tasmania was awesome, mate. I spent 2 weeks in the camper van for the honeymoon. Loved it. I had no idea where OOR headquarters was, otherwise I would have definitely popped in and said hi. But it gives me a reason to come back and spend more time in your beautiful state, man. Still going, Rangy. Still going. Vushal, the stewards haven't been converted across. They're not here. Oh, look at that view. Excuse me. Alright, you too, Nick. Look after yourself, mate. Prosecution rests. Okay, giveaway time. Giveaway time. Let me just bring the screen over. Okay, so I have 2 giveaways. well, two codes to give away basically that weren't actually claimed on Wednesday. For some reason, the people who won them in chat didn't come forward, so I am re-rolling them again tonight. So if you want to be in with a chance of winning 500 VRP, then make sure you type into the chat !code anytime in the next minute or so, because I will be closing the entries. Where's desktop mode? There we go. I'll be closing the entries very soon, so make sure you type into the chat !code. That 500 VRP can be used to spend on anything you want in Race Room. It may not be the biggest amount, but hey, it could get you a car, a few liveries, that kind of thing. Pink Cookie, you've still got time. We've still got a giveaway. So go on, Pink Cookie, ask your question, and I will wait for the giveaway to wind itself down. Are there any female racers or sim racers I would like to race? I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's enough female sim racers. I think that what we do is very male dominated, and I don't entirely know the reason why. I don't know the reason why, to be honest with you. I've just realised I need to change the code. When you type in !code in chat, it comes up saying, you know, so and so has entered the giveaway for Race Room redeem codes to unlock next week's ranked combos for free. That doesn't apply to this one. I forgot to change the wording on it. But yeah, I don't think there's enough female sim racers at all. I can't remember her name now, but there is a female sim racer that was in Mooney GT's community event, and I've followed her on YouTube since, and she's great, actually. She's absolutely fantastic. Emily's very fast. Actually, Bence, I've actually raced against Emily before, in the Radical SR8s. Or was it SR9s? SR8s. At Zolder in iRacing. Lined up on the grid behind her, finished one position behind her. Emery, yes. No, I've had a race against Emery before, Bence. She absolutely demolished me. I didn't stand a chance. But no, it was a great race. Absolutely great race. But no, that was on the grid. Tayami Zante, that's the one. Tayami Zante, that's the one. No, she's great, actually. I've been watching quite a few of her videos. She's good. I really enjoy it. I'd like to have a race against her sometime. I know she does a lot of ACC. Excuse me. Okay. There's also Sim Racing Girl. I think she's from Belgium as well. But she's more like gear reviews and stuff as opposed to racing itself. So, I don't know. Anyway, we have 28 people in the giveaway so far. I'm going to close the entries in 3, 2, 1, boom. So we're going to have two winners, two winner chicken dinner, and this is going to be for 500 VRP, so you can spend it however you want in Race Room. It's no particular car, no particular circuit, just 500 VRP to spend as you like. So who is the first one? It's going to be Nsupi. Congratulations, Nsupi, you've just won a Race Room redeem code for 500 VRP. That's right, Das, we need some drum rolls. So I'm going to wait for Nsupi to say hi in chat and claim his prize. H. Corrales 23. I want to basically... Is it? No, it's out of reach. My steering wheel is on the shelf in the background there. H. Corrales 23. It is fantastic. It's a great steering wheel mod, but I'm not running it anymore because unfortunately, I think either It's probably a combination of the two. I think either I was a little bit too rough with it, or it had a stress fracture from the start, like in the manufacturing. Maybe I made it worse, but it actually cracked in the handle. In the middle of my Stefan Beloff video, actually, I was trying to set laps in a Group C car at the Nordschleife, and my steering wheel cracked on me, so I had to swap it back out again. And this one's been faultless ever since. This G29 has been absolutely solid, so that's that. Anyway, so Nsupi's going to use his code at Burno, so congratulations on that again, mate. We got one more winner. We got 27 people, because obviously Nsupi's number 28. He's out of the competition now. Who's it going to be? We're going to pick another winner for 500 VRP. Not fixed. Not fixed. Do you want it, Vushel? Do you want the 500 VRP, or do you want to throw it back in chat? That's I mean, it's anybody could win it, you know. Vushel is at much of a fault of rigging this as I am, because he entered, you know. It's a 1 in 27 chance, but Vushel just won 500 VRP. You can see it's Race Room doing it. It's not me that's doing it. And now Race Room's decided to. Not Race Room, sorry. Oh gee, that was awkward. Streamlabs, there we go. Streamlabs is back. Congratulations, Vushel. Congratulations, Nsupi. Mega rigged indeed. That's yours. 500 VRP. I only have 2 codes. Yeah, Bence. Ripper's going to be another winner. Wushel's throwing it back to the chat. Excuse me. Wushel's throwing it back to the chat, so let's go for a reroll. Let's get rid of Wushel. And who are we going to have? We're going to pick another winner. Who's the second winner going to be? Bicycle D. Congratulations, Bicycle D. You've just won yourself 500 VRP. That rhymes. That's nice. Is Bicycle D in chat? Because this is going to be the second time it's rolled over. I've already had this code since Wednesday and I haven't been able to get rid of it, so I need to be able to get rid of it now. Can I get a Bicycle D in chat, please? Hey, Das, what have you got? What have you got against people on the channel? You want me to beat my dad with a controller and now I'm taking out a bushel? It's like... You're picking them all off one by one, man. Okay. Is Bicycle D gonna say hi? I hope so. Oh yeah, Bicycle D says hi. Bicycle D says yay! So let me just check Discord. Nsupi, I think I've got Nsupi on my Discord. I'm pretty sure I have, actually. Yep, I'm going to give you a thumbs up. Have I got Bicycle Dynamos? Is it Bicycle Dynamos or Bicycle D? Because I've got someone called Bicycle Dynamos on Discord, but I don't know if it's the same one as Bicycle D. I'm not too sure. But anyway, send me a message, Bicycle D, on Discord. There's a link in the description. I'll also put a link in chat right now. !Discord. But congratulations to everybody. Oh well, that is that. Let me complete the giveaway and switch it back to the Q&A, because this is what we're at. So thank you so much for coming along and joining in the conversation, basically. I can't believe I've sat here for like 3 and a bit hours and just talked. I do feel like I'm getting a bit of a sore throat now, because I don't normally talk this much during... Actually, no, that's a lie. I do talk this much during my races. But no, this has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed answering the questions. I really feel like it's nice. It's real nice just to hang out with you guys and just have a chat and be able to give you the full attention that you guys deserve. You know? Really enjoyed it. I really have. thank you, Jay Little. Thanks, mate. Yeah, because when I'm driving, when I'm racing, I kind of glance up at chat and I've got half of my brain on the screen, on the wheel, on the driving, and I've got my other half of the brain looking at the chat and trying to keep the conversation going. But today it's just been all about the conversation, and yeah, absolutely loved it. If you have any more questions, you know where to get me. Just come and ask on Discord or send me a message. Just because I'm not doing a Q&A doesn't mean you can't hit me up for some advice on sim racing. I like to help out when I can. If you want to drop a comment on a video or a stream, drop in and say hi. You know me, I'll always do my best to help out. Upcoming streams. Wednesday is one that you're not going to want to miss. You all know the Group 5 Greenwood Corvette. It's mental. It's the most ridiculous, most terrifying car I've ever driven. It's got like 1,000 horsepower, no weight, horrible tyres, horrible brakes, but it sounds incredible and it drives like an absolute animal. And that's my choice of car for the Group 5 race, the 90-minute Group 5 race at Salzburgring on Wednesday for Race Room Ranked. It's going to be incredibly stressful. It's going to be incredibly tense. It's going to be incredibly nerve-wracking. And I definitely won't be able to concentrate on chat as much as I have done tonight, although I won't be drinking whiskey at the same time, so that always helps. But yeah, come along for that, guys. Wednesday Ranked, and after that, who knows? Maybe an iRacing video. Another Q&A session at 10k, I don't know. Ford Transits at Surfers Paradise. That's the next community event confirmed. Don't know when, but it's going to happen soon. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, really enjoyed it. More medicine indeed, Matt Lodge. Let's have a look. Yep, Dad, definitely be on Skype soon, Dad. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Mark Jones. And yeah, really enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Right, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to have my leftover pizza from last night. Thanks again, Kirili. And yeah, time to head off to bed. But you guys look after yourselves. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It's great to spend some time. And let's just keep on doing this more in the future, guys. Look after yourselves, okay? Bye-bye. Skull!